tracks. Amazing music 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 tracks.
Turn that guy on. All right. Sweet. So that should be working. Hopefully, I'm recording and getting my audio and everybody's audio. All that fun stuff. If not, well, then this will just be crap and really aggravate me. I did that before. All right. Anyway, so let's get this party started, guys. All of you, I would assume and hope and remember that where we left off with all of you in your session zeros. If you don't, well, we can have a discussion later. But in the meantime, all of you awaken from a trance-like, restful, and unusually deep sleep. Your eyelids are heavy and crusted. Everything about you feels stiff, as if you haven't moved in a very, very long time. Your mouth is dry and feels filmy, as if it's been days since your last sip of water. You're lethargic and your thoughts are slow to come, as if you've been passed out or sleeping after drinking way too much the night before. There's a dim light from overhead that is blinding to you as you crack open your eyes. It takes a moment to adjust, and as you do, you see a single candle burning in a small sconce hanging on the wall above you. Slow flickering light illuminating a polished stone wall on your right side. As you start to stir, stretching out, you notice that accompanying all your stiff and achy muscles, you see that you are covered in a thick layer of dust. There's even cobwebs dangling from your arms. You're wearing exactly what you remember wearing in the last situation before things became unruly. And you see that your belongings are piled neatly on the floor beside your cot. There's a small piece of folded parchment sitting on them. It's at this moment you realize you are not alone. You see 5 other people all waking up the same way you are. You're in a large octagonal room that has no windows or doors. There is a cot against every wall. 6 of the 8 cots are occupied. The cots on the north wall and the south wall are unoccupied, but do look like they recently have been. Hold on, I lost my spot. Damn it. While the other cots are occupied by strangers, all coming around like yourself. The walls, the ceiling, and the floor are all smoothly polished granite. On all of the walls are murals, along with a sconce with a single burning candle. The ceiling is bare, and the floor has a wild, unrecognizable pattern covering most of it. In the middle of the room is a wooden lever with carvings on it. Unlike yourselves, there is no dust, no signs of any passing of time anywhere else in the room. And this is where the initiative order is going to come in. So yeah, what would you guys like to do at this moment? You are waking up in this foreign environment. And
You said our stuff's
one of you is
by
gone.
if our items and possessions are by our feet, Zod gets up and he would grab what he can, start assembling his normal dress and armament.
Well, if we're going by initiative, then it's Alana's.
Yeah, be Alana. You get to go first. What would you like to do in this situation?
Yeah, she's going to do the same thing that Zod said. Yeah, she's going to grab her stuff and quickly suit up. And then
let's do this as you take your turns. Alana, go ahead and describe yourself. Man, you guys' names are all
Okay.
fucked up and weird on my screen. I have to fix that.
So Alana is clearly an elf, but she's a little bit thicker than, she's not as lean as traditional elves. She's got purple hair and pink eyes. She also has purple specks along her, like the crown of her forehead and shoulders, which appear to be like dragon scaly. She also has a choker with a gem in it. Those are and tan skin. So that's Alana.
All right, so we'll move on to Zod.
Okay, so yeah, you see a tall, typically built elf, bald, pale blue skin. As I guess he dresses, you see he's wearing a very old-looking chainmail armor, but has a shiny glaive that looks like it's never really been used, and a longsword. Very quiet, several scars across his head, proudly displayed by it being bald, clearly self-groomed that way. And a little unusual for an elf, he's a Shadowkai, so he's a little bit more not well known, I guess. And that's about it for him.
All right. Next would be Maggie coming to and getting mobile. I think you're muted.
I think so.
Sorry, I was eating, so I didn't want my crunches to be heard.
You're good.
But I'm going to describe my character, then say like what she's about to do. So my character she's very pale, kind of closer to like purplish skin, but she looks just really pale. She has really long, dark black hair. And for most of you, from what I think that I've heard, she's super little. Like she's about 2 feet tall. So maybe to someone's knees, she might come up to. But she is extremely little. She has super long, pointy ears that go out a little bit past her, like the shape of her head. They're very, very long ears. She has beautiful, clear blue, translucent wings that kind of just perk up on their own. And she has gloves, hands. In her hands, she is clutching extremely tightly, even after she's been awoken from this slumber, to what look like, I assume since there's been time passed, dried brown crust on the blades. And she also has on a long necklace. So the necklace to her goes about down to her waist. On a normal person, it would be a normal necklace. But it is big. It has a big gem kind of towards the middle of it. And then on that, her clothes are like stained here and there with different dyes. So blue, purples, and a couple reds. Just very light patches of dried dye. Okay, so that's my character Maggie. Her whole name is Magnolia, but Maggie is easy to remember.
Cool.
So my character is going to wake up and not have the same calm demeanor as her two other people that she doesn't notice quite yet in the room. She's going to wake up in a fright and start clutching these two daggers in her hand.
Oh yeah. Did I?
And she just seems extremely confused and afraid, constantly saying, Navina, what does this mean? What does this mean? Before she recognizes her surroundings, that she's not where she originally was, and sees the other folks and just grows silent as fear and confusion continue to grow on her face.
Cool. Would you like us to do anything else?
That's it.
All right. Next, it's going to be Morgan.
All right. I am a normal, average-looking human woman, mid-30s. Deep black-brown hair. Goes just down to shoulders. Not terribly beautiful or ugly, just average-looking. She's got, the only striking thing about her is her purple eyes. She has just average height, just like 5'8", average weight. Does not look special at all. And she's wearing a deep purple gown with some fur edging along it and a scarf around her neck. Looks like she was just hanging out at home, wherever she was. And as she wakes up, she's going to wake up and immediately say, Alistair, Hugh, Isla, where are you? And just look around very confused. And that's it.
All right. That'll bring us to Darius. Or not Darius, I'm sorry, Xander.
Well, Xander's going to sit up. I guess stand all the way up. He's wearing leather armor, and his skin is black, and hair is completely white. His ears are a little bit shorter than a regular elf's, but for all intents and purposes, he is what everybody would describe as a drow. Xander looks around at everybody, trying to get his bearings, and goes to grab the short sword that he had picked up from his friend, just in case anybody is about to make a movement. And that's it.
All right. Darius.
You guys see, slowly coming out of this restful state, a sort of medium build, half-orc gentleman. Bluish green skin, short, cropped black hair. Wearing simple clothes, maybe a traveler's cloak, or robes, if you will. Slowly begin to stir, taking his surroundings, and not saying much, but eyeing you all very carefully, and collecting his things. Looks to be about mid-40s or so.
All right. So
And
I
just
believe everybody's
seems
introduced or
perplexed.
described anyway. So what would you all like to be doing at this? Now it's free for all. Y'all tell me what you're doing here. I just did that in order so everybody could describe themselves and.
Sure. Alana's going to back up into this corner just a little bit and look to her left and right. So that'll be at Darius and Zod, where she can see Darius grab his weapon at some kind of medium ready. Alana has her hand crossbow in hand, but at a low ready, not in a threatening way, but as a self-defense way. And that's kind of the vibe she's given off to Darius as well as Zod, because those are the two people to her left and right. And she's just gonna give this like stable energy, and that Like, I'm protecting myself, but I'm not threatening you. To the specifically to Darius and Zod next to her.
Excuse me. Do you happen to know a Thaddeus by chance?
A Hootius?
And it seems you're not the ones responsible that I'm looking for.
No, I'm actually not entirely sure of where we are exactly or how long we've been here.
Well, for the time being, I think we should collect ourselves and look for a way out.
The card that was on our possessions, we each got one, right? I opened it up. Does it say anything?
Yeah, yeah. Everybody had the same thing, the same looking parchment on their packs. That wasn't for one person. That was for everybody.
Right. No, like if I open it up and read it.
Okay. As you open it up and you see it's clearly written in common, very neatly written, and on it says, "The oldest are playing their game once again. Those who have been wandering lost must now be found. The foundations of creation must not falter." It is not signed. And as you read it and take it in, the ink seems to disappear off the parchment. And as you're holding it, it ages and just becomes very brittle and crumbles to dust in your hands in a matter of just a couple of seconds.
So then I would basically ask, I said, if Dob was the first one to open it and read it, I would relay the message to the group and say, I'm not entirely sure what that means. Not much of a riddle guy, but see if yours says the same or if it falls apart in similar fashion.
Go over and grab the piece of parchment and see if it reads the same thing.
It does read the same thing and does the same thing.
Does anyone have any writing, any paper or pen or ink?
I mean, yeah. Let me collect that real quick. I'll rummage through my stuff for ink, quill, and spare parchment. I'll hand a few pages over to you. I'm Darius, by the way.
Alana.
It seems we're all in quite the predicament.
All of you make perception checks for me.
Let's go with that perception, baby.
Oh.
No, not bad.
All right, 30. All right. Wow. Wow. A 3. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Xander, it might be because the game thinks it's daylight. And being a drow, you have sunlight sensitivity.
Yeah, I did turn the daylight on. So we'll go with the...
it should prompt you to make it a normal roll through D&D Beyond.
Interesting. Hold on.
Does it? I've never had to deal with that.
It has with my other drow character in Storm Kings.
I have never had to make that roll, so I didn't know.
I have never had to make perception checks in the day. Well, without my goggles.
While we're waiting to get that settled out, Maggie is not invested in the other people at all. She just notices they're there. She's like frantically looking around, looking through her belongings, like trying to figure out something, but she's not invested in everybody else. She has like a dagger, like held tightly so that, you know, she can kind of defend herself a little bit if something needs to happen, but she's not worried about the other people. She's just trying to figure out her own little bubble right now.
Okay.
Morgan stands up and walks over to Maggie. She's got her hands kind of clasped in front of her, and she looks real nervous and anxious and not quite sure what's going on. And she looks at Maggie and she says, "Did you see the wolves? Do you remember wolves?"
Maggie is going to stop dead in whatever she's doing, turn back and look to see if this woman is similar to her or has wings or looks like her or is her size, and is very surprised when she has to look up and she looks at her, she's very confused but pale in the face, and is, "The wolves hurt your people too."
My people. There was a wolf when I fell asleep, and I don't know how I got here. Do you remember how you got here?
She's just like kind of unspoken for words. She's gonna like chuckle like, my wife, if she is my wife anymore, I don't know how I got here. What do these people know? And she's looking to the other folks.
Do you guys know wolves? Did you talk to the wolves?
No wolves, but the men I talked to who slew my friend. I have plenty more questions for them.
I didn't see.
All right.
Alana says she didn't see any wolves, and before she's gonna read, like her and Darius are gonna work to write down what was on the letters, or
Yeah, I'll assist you in that.
so can we get that in chat, the language of what was on those letters?
Yeah. Give me just a second. I'll type that up and put that in the chat for y'alls.
I never saw any wolves, but I saw several markings, and I tried to draw the markings that I saw on the tents and in the brief flash before my one shot ended. So yeah, the kind of markings of the dog or the wolf or whatever it was.
So you saw markings of something related to.
Yeah, I saw like wolf markings. Paw kind of prints on like a traveler's tent in a missionary encampment.
Like as their sigil?
No, I had to actually. They were kind of. I don't know if it was. It didn't look to be theirs. It was just like the tent was marked in like a runic symbol that faded kind of thing. So like.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, but never saw any beasts.
I'm Alana.
Oh, nice to meet you, Alazad.
Morgan.
Oh, nice. So no one has recollection of how we got here?
I was protecting my friend and assaulted by thugs in the streets and came to blows, and I was taken from there, from my home. I know nothing of these symbols you speak of or these beasts as mentioned by that one.
The last thing I remember is being knocked out by a Haragon.
What's a Haragon?
It's think about a rabbit, but
with big, sharp,
man.
pointy teeth. I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry.
A giant rabbit man is the easiest way I can explain it.
Darius gives you a most curious look.
Yes, I've never seen such a man rabbit.
The hunter has become the hunted in this instance.
Yeah, maybe. But what was curious was he was surrounded by demons or creatures that I have never seen. They killed one of my friends and then captured me. It's the only thing I can remember.
What was your friend's name?
Give me 1 second.
All right, and while he's looking that up real quick, for those of you that got over a 15, actually, I'm gonna go a little lower. I'm gonna say 13. If you got a 13 or higher on your perception, um, as you guys are talking and moving around and um, I shouldn't say calming down, but almost like taking the horse blinders off. You're looking around. You notice that on each of the walls is a mural, a different painting that takes up the entire wall on each of the 8 walls.
No, it's 13 or higher.
That you only saw that if you said a 16 or above?
13.
13 or above. Okay.
I mean, they're giant paintings on the wall.
I'll head over to the wall over the bed I was in. What does that mural depict?
All right. Is that so? Where your token is on there?
Yeah.
It is a tall, hairy bugbear wearing a long black cloak, and he is standing in front of a large black portal that looks like it has spirits floating in it. One in particular with a scythe. You can't really make out much more of his features other than the bugbear looking face wearing the black cloak. It almost looks like it's blurry.
Okay. Does it?
You also see that there is a word written on the sconce in the wall that's hanging on the wall. And the word is hood, written in common.
Huh. Okay. Does it seem as though the bugbear's reaction to this specter is fearful or revenant?
Neither.
Does it seem as though the figure does not notice the specter?
Oh, he knows he's there.
Okay.
I mean, or at least looking at it, you can definitely tell that they're portrayed in a way of knowing that they're each there.
Huh. Okay. Then the word hood, would I recognize that in any sense?
Do not recognize that name at all.
All right.
Or, I mean, as far as you know, it's a hood, like what you put on over your head.
Yeah, it's a strange piece of clothing. Okay. I'll gather the rest of my things, be prepared to leave, I guess, and explore this place further.
All right.
As Maggie sees the others doing their own thing, she's continually kind of like still looking around, like looks at her things and then notices the large mural on her wall and looks at her mural. So what do I see?
That is... you see an Aarakocra. You know what an Aarakocra is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. An Aarakocra that has his wings unfurled and looks to be standing or floating like he's riding the wind. In his hand, you see a long brown leather whip. And he has gray and white feathers and looks to be wearing basic leather armor. But looks to be not quite in a defensive. It looks to be like he's standing ready or floating on the wind with his wings out, ready for something, but doesn't look to be actively engaged in it. You also see that written on the sconce in common is the word wisp.
Okay.
Well, since I can't notice any of these murals, I'm just gonna go over
Yeah,
and
you apparently just haven't picked up that there's that these each wall is a giant painting.
There's a lot going on.
I'm nervous. I'm gonna go look through my stuff and see what's all if all my stuff is there, and then when I see it's all there, I'm gonna go ahead and put my bag on my back and get ready to move on. Kind of look at everyone like, what are you guys standing on? Let's just go do something.
Yeah, very similar. Zod does not see any paintings on any walls, despite their size. Everyone just seems to be staring at the walls. So he's gonna finish grabbing his stuff as well, and then head to the center of the room where the torch is, and just look to see why he walked across clean floor but was extremely dusty, and there's just a single burning torch in the center. See if there's anything unusual, and wait for cues from anyone else. Actually,
Was it just two of us who noticed the paintings?
No, Darius, or let's see, Darius would have noticed. Xander, you probably wouldn't have picked up on that. Alana would have noticed it.
Would she notice anything else with a 20, a dirty 20?
No. You can definitely you can tell by looking around the room that each wall has something completely and distinctly different.
Okay, so what's on her wall?
Is that the one you're standing in front of there? You see a short, stout, gritty male dwarf as he is standing in front of a giant mountain holding a simple forge hammer. He is dark-skinned with a bald head and a thick, long, gray beard. He is wearing simple smithy's clothes. And on the sconce is the word in common, Terrax. Terrax.
And what's on the wall to the north?
On the north wall, you see a tall, robust, muscular woman. She is standing in front of a massive gold throne, holding a giant battle axe. She has olive-covered skin with long, dark hair and has an eye patch covering her left eye. She is wearing plain plate armor and has a simple serviliere, like one of the old school medieval French helmets with like the cone sort of thing going on the top, and like the lobster tail sort of fittings hanging over the neck. That cot was empty, but like I said, it looked like it had been recently occupied. And on the sconce is written the word arrow. But it's ARROE, not ARR or ARROW. So many R's in there.
So I guess since I'm still doing it, I'll go down to this one here where Zod was. So we collect all these. Above the table, do y'all want to collect all these? Should we do that?
Yeah.
no, absolutely.
It could prove useful.
Okay.
So I was going to kind of notice that you're wandering from.
Yeah, I would say by now you guys have sort of picked up on the fact that they're looking around. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
You guys had a really low perception roll, but you're not completely oblivious. I'm gonna say it just takes you an extra minute or so. You're a little behind the eight ball, but you're noticing that there's a bunch of paintings on the walls, and people are. You're noticing that other people have noticed.
Yeah, perfect. So then when
back up to my bed and look at the mural as well.
All right, that one is.
Yeah, they kind of go up to Alana and say, "Does this make any sense to you? You seem to have spotted it pretty quickly. I didn't even notice until recently."
Oh.
All right, Morgan, on your wall, you see a tall, graceful-looking sea elven male swimming over a deep oceanic crevasse, holding a long metal spear. He has a partially shaved head that has designs cut into it, with a long top knot flowing behind him. He is
Sorry,
wearing.
I'm so sorry. Can you say that again? My pen stopped working.
Oh, you're good. A tall, graceful-looking sea elven male, swimming over a deep oceanic crevasse. He is holding a long metal spear, and has a partially shaved head that has designs cut into it. And he has a long top knot flowing behind him. He is wearing scale armor and has tight leather leggings on. Try saying that 3 times fast.
Right, leather leggings.
And on the
I
sconce,
fucked up already.
yeah, you did. And
Oh.
on the sconce is written the word Leam, Leam. Zod, I'll do yours. You see a short Haragon leaning on an old tree, holding a simple walking stick. He's wearing a vest that has a bunch of little pockets. Imagine like the old Disney movie with Alice in Wonderland. Imagine like a little rabbit-looking dude like that with like the, you know what I mean, got the little vest and
Yep.
doesn't have the glasses, but just imagine like that character.
Yeah, sure,
but
absolutely.
not quite as goofy looking as that. You know what I'm saying? This actually looks like a little rabbit that moves. You know what I mean? Like looks sophisticated. Has a little walking stick. He has brown fur that has some gray patches in it.
Hmm.
You can definitely tell it's like an older looking little
Yeah.
rabbit man person thing. And on the sconce is written the word Lif, Lif.
LIF. We're gonna lift. Right. And this is painted, not F, right?
Yeah, these are all painted.
Perfect. Okay.
And the sconces be taken down off the wall? Like
No, they
held?
cannot. They're built into the. You could take the candle out of the sconce, but you can't remove the.
Hmm.
I mean, well, I guess maybe you could if you ripped and tore and tried to really put some work into it. Xandar, did you do your wall?
I did do my roll. I got a
Okay.
12.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say that at this point, you like along with everybody else, you would have figured it out.
Okay.
Standing in front of, or the wall that you were in front of, is an orcish woman. She is standing in front of a massive blaze, poised in a power stance, holding a burning long sword. She is wearing leathers, and her long hair is woven into a single braid that hangs over her right shoulder. The word that's written on that sconce is burn.
Is it spelled any different way or
Nope,
or
it's just burn.
Like the name has been burned away, or the
No.
word is burned.
Burn. 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 That's what's written there.
Nice.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Mhm.
Just kidding.
Burn was standing in front of a burning building. How do you like that?
Hands over the mural to see if I like feel anything.
Gosh, after that week in Vegas, my crotch is awfully.
What? If you've got
Burn.
that kind of burn going on, dude, that was we need to have a talk about your weekends in Vegas, man.
Happens in Vegas, definitely does not
Las
stay.
Vegas.
Yeah, but that
Nevada,
apparently
people.
didn't stay in Vegas, and you might want to take it back to Vegas or throw it in Lake Mead or something. Jesus.
You think that would help?
What?
Nothing. Continue.
What about this last one, the southern one?
On the southern wall, it is blank, or it is painted completely black, and in the middle is a simple red dot. Like the bed to the north, it looks like it was occupied just recently. And on that sconce, there was something there, but it looks like it's been scratched and sanded and just completely rubbed out or hidden behind a lot of damage there.
Can I make out any characters, any letter, or any
No.
partial letter?
No, it
Okay.
looks completely, yeah, it's covered up or sanded down. I'm gonna say more like sanded down. Like this is all sort of etched into the sconces. So this would have just been somebody went in there and did some damage to destroy the name on there.
So I'm going to kind of point to the sconce and I'm going to say, hey, this one has writing on it and it says lean. Does your guys' sconces say anything?
I'll point to mine, so it's lift.
I'll share the name.
Yeah, I'll point to mine and say it's burn.
I'll do the same. Point to mine. And say, let me see what's it.
So we've
Wisp.
got burn. Sorry, I missed a few of them. So the words were burn, arrow,
Lift, if you missed the lift.
lift. Okay.
And then there's
L-I-F.
Wisp.
The LIF, lift.
Lift. Okay.
Do you have all of them?
Sorry, I was lost in thought for a minute there. My sconce says hood.
Good. Do these words mean anything to you guys?
None whatsoever.
I mean, they
No.
all seem to be prominent and powerful figures.
I'm going to point to the Herringon and say that is a Herringon, the wall that had the Herringon sitting under the tree.
We have different Harrigons, right? Standard and they're each, like the Harrigons are different people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean it's not it's not the Herringon that he's.
Yeah, one of the characters said, "What's a Herringon?" And I said, and I'm just saying that is a Herringon.
Oh, okay, so mine is the only, or Zod's the only one that had the Harrigon. Then
Yes.
did I with that? There was two. No worries. Perfect. Okay, no worries. My bad.
All good.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. That kind of creature, but good to know. Harrigon.
What's in the center? What did you say was in the center of the room?
In the center was a lever, right? Isn't that what I said?
Oh,
No, you just said it was a candle.
I did not say it was a candle. I said it was a wooden lever with carvings on it.
oh,
Can I
okay.
go examine
The candles were in the sconces hanging over your heads.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, definitely would go check that out since I didn't see it.
Alana's going to say, this might get us out of here. Are y'all ready?
I'll
Yeah,
cast
no door.
I'll cast mage armor on myself.
It's better than being locked in here, so yes.
Okay.
All right, so
Everybody's against it. Say it now. Alana pulls the lever.
all right,
Yeah.
cool. So as you pull the lever, you can hear something happening beneath your feet. It's like you can hear gears and cranking and pulleys, and the floor opens up. Boom! Yeah. Boom! Boom goes the dynamite. Did that work? No. Come on. What? You son of a. All right. So yeah, as you pull the lever, you can hear some stirrings and gears and everything, and
I'm back up.
boom! The floor. You can see the tiles on the floor open around you, and the lever disappears. Seems to keep descending, and now I gotta go to floor will open up.
All right, guys. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
Really? Just like that? All right, so you guys see the floor open up and you can see some stairs descending.
Yes.
You guys should all be able to see that on the map, except for Sam, or Darius, who decided to just walk away. So Darius is just standing there, like, starts staring at the ceiling for no apparent reason.
He's infatuated with his mage armor.
That's right. It's like what happened there? It's like you're looking at him and you're putting your hands in front of his face, and yeah, we're gonna pretend like it's like a AFK moment on we all play with World of Warcraft. Don't get me wrong. And the guy was standing right there, and then he's gone. Like, oh yeah, look, his character's just standing there.
Leroy Jenkins.
Did the three of us fall through?
No,
Chris,
I'm gonna say that it opened up and
you know,
I couldn't find a way to shrink it down and still make it look cool, but yeah.
Okay, no.
The floor opens up around you. You're able to, as it's doing it, you're able to back up, and as the tiles move and you can see the stairway open up, you're not gonna fall in it. You're gonna get out of the way. But yeah, you see some stairs heading. Let's see, what did I write here? Yeah, you see some old carved stone stairs leading down into the darkness in front of you.
Great. We're stuck in a creepy tower.
Everybody got their stuff?
Anything anyone else wants to do
I'm
before?
gonna go grab a candle off the wall to carry with me.
My new book arrived.
All right, so
It's Legends and Lattes.
So you got a
Paperback. Let's
Set
go.
up your player to where you're like a source of light, I guess, right? You'd be a source of light.
All right. Maggie is going to go through her belongings one last time. Notice it's everything that she has packed and had ready to go. And she holds on to her necklace, grips it a little bit, and says, "I will find you." And then gets up to go follow the rest of the group down the steps.
Darius follows last.
Alana goes first.
I'm gonna
All
go
right.
behind.
The stairs descend about 60 feet down. It is dark, dusty, damp, and making your way to the bottom. All of you have night vision except for Morgan, but she's walking behind you guys with a candle. She's got a candle on. You believe your token's all lit up. Anyway, make your way down to a landing that is about 15 by 15 feet. More than enough space for you guys to get to the landing and have a square to yourself, I guess. And on the opposite side of the landing is a simple wooden door. Written on the door in common, carved into it, it reads, "Questions are here with answers to come. Stepping down doesn't always mean you're coming from above. Now you must walk through the darkness to step into the light."
Again, does this mean anything to anyone?
What was that?
No, just the carvings on the wall means anything to anyone that has come across anything similar.
I haven't, but it appears as though whoever wrote this wants us to take a leap of faith of sorts.
Yeah.
I find it mildly reassuring.
Maggie is very skeptical, but
I'm right there with her.
she
If they weren't
she's
upset,
What'd you say?
If they wanted us dead, we'd be dead already.
Very true. Very true.
I'm still skeptical as well.
Is there a door handle?
Well, we won't know unless we press forward anyway.
That is a fact.
Alana pushes the door. Does it move?
I mean, well, there's a door handle there. I mean,
Okay. So
Sure.
Alana opens the door.
opening the door, it leads into what you see is pure, inky, thick blackness, darkness.
Can I kind of hold the candle up and see if the candle shines any light into the room?
It does not.
Hmm.
Okay.
Good times.
I'm trying to keep it creepy.
Shall I go first?
Well, I guess by you casting your spell that you don't want to be in the fray, I can walk through.
It's fine. I don't mind going ahead. I just want to find the people who hurt my friend.
Okay. Getting out of here is my priority as well, so let's go.
All right. Darius squeezes away to the front and presses forward into the darkness.
All right. Okay. You disappear. You walk through, and for the rest of you, he bloop just sort of walks in like old Stargate episode. You know what I mean? But it's not like a weird, cool, like shimmering thing. He just walks in and disappears into the darkness, gone.
Alana follows.
And, for everybody else,
I'm gonna
gone. No sound, no nothing, just gone.
I'm gonna shrug my shoulders and all right, walk through.
All right, that's 3 of you.
Same with my character. She's going to hold on to her necklace, like all the way down to basically her belly button, and walk on forward through the darkness.
All right. The rest, that leaves Zod and Morgan.
Oh, I went through. Yeah, I went in.
All right. Reluctantly, Zod's going to close the door and then open it back up. Is it the same void still there?
Yes.
All right. No choice. Goes through the void.
All right, all of you make dexterity saving throws for me, please.
Oh, God.
If it's not a 15, let me know. If it's a 15, then you pass.
No.
Not 20.
Nice.
Well, I guess.
Oh, I got a 4.
Oh.
Wow.
First blood.
Rough day.
What, did somebody roll a nat 1?
Did they?
Almost.
Nice.
I got a
Oh,
12.
yeah.
I did not pass.
All right, so looks like Alana failed.
Maybe I'm hitting the wrong button.
I think I hit mine twice.
Yeah, let's see. Dexterity. Xander got a 9, or I'm sorry, Darius got a 9, so you failed. Lana got a 12, you failed. Maggie passed. Shappy just like nothing. Morgan, yeah, you failed. Xander, I see you roll twice. I'm gonna go with the first one there. I'm assuming unless that was a double roll.
I might have hit the button twice.
All right, yeah. So 20, you're gonna pass. All right, so the 3 of you that failed, as all of you make that walk into that inky blackness, you can't see around you, hear around you, feel around you. But you're walking, and after a couple of steps, the 3 of you, the ground takes it's like it steps down, and you just didn't see it. like we've all done in the middle of the night. It's like, oh yeah, there was one more step there, guy. You missed it. The three of you miss a step, and all of you tumble out, or the three of you all walking out with the others makes it looks like a hodgepodge. You guys find yourself after that one misstep on the side of a road.
Road.
It is just you can tell by the light of the sun, the day, that it's almost it's about evening, late afternoon. The sun, there's barely signs of the sun in the sky, or even just that light. You're on the side of a seemingly well-worn path, and the path is flanked with tall, old, thick elm trees, oak trees, some evergreens mixed in there. And just ahead of you, you see a clearing with a couple of people sitting at a fire. One is clearly a dwarf. The other is a very, very young elf. You can, like I said, they were sitting at a campfire. You can smell cooking meat. And it's at this moment, all of you realize that you're hungry. Like your body is telling you it's been a while since you've put anything in there.
Looking back at where we came, is there any trace of the portal or the black inky blob?
There is nothing there. You look back and it's like you guys just sort of fell out of nowhere onto the side of the road in the middle of the woods.
Does this clearing look familiar to me at all?
It does not look familiar to any of you. The trees
And that's
you can definitely tell they're familiar breed, but they are this is by no means a familiar spot to any of you.
And that just occurs to the people who failed the deck save, or
No, yeah, I just wanted to make it funny. You guys just fell down.
Oh,
okay. So you all just plop out of this strange
Three of you come
space.
walking out looking like Zod just sort of walks right past all of you like no big deal. The three of you tumbled out, and two of you, made it out.
Well,
So
Darius will
it was
stand
like,
back
wow,
up
look,
after.
and here's the group. Yep.
Darius will stand back up after eating dirt and dust himself off a tad.
I'll reach my hand out to help him up.
Oh, thank you.
I'm
Xander, was it?
Yes.
myself up as well.
Much obliged. I'm not as spry as I used to be.
And
But hey, we're here. I'm here.
Well,
I'm with you guys.
okay. Do you know where here is?
Nope.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay, just checking.
Does it matter?
Do I sense anything
We got-
familiar about the portal magically?
Pardon?
What was that?
I asked, do I sense anything familiar about the portal, like magically at all? Just like the kind
you've
of
seen
it is.
portals work. You've never seen anything like that.
Alana picks her head up off the ground and says, "I like your optimism, Darius." And she gets up off the ground.
Oh, I'll help you out. Thank you. I've been recently inducted into the realms, the magics, if you will. Whatever just happened, that was amazing.
It was kind of, wasn't it?
I would love to learn how to do that myself someday. You know, before the twilight, of course.
Alana's and she's gonna start sneaking up to that.
Okay. Before you do that, as you all are over there picking each other up and apparently not being quiet, you guys just like to talk. You hear, well, if you all are friendly, you can all make your way up and share the fire. And if you have a ration or two to share, we can make a big meal. But if you have any ill intentions, I'd suggest you all move down the road to the next break. You should make it an hour or so after dark.
I'm gonna walk up to the fire and bow slightly and introduce myself. Hello, I'm Morgan, and I mean you no harm. Could you possibly? Is it okay if we sit down with you?
Why, please. As long as there's no ill intentions here.
None at all. I I was just hoping I could maybe ask you some questions.
Why, sure. And the dwarf, who you can now clearly tell is a woman, she still has a long, deep, thick beard. Long, black hair with streaks of gray. Done in two, they're not braids. It's almost like you can tell they were pulled in two different ponytails. And you can see like the, I don't know how to describe it. Like you have they're coming off the side and they're coming down with like elastics in holding these long braids of hair. She is wearing heavy plate armor. She is very, very stout. And beside her, you can see a very beautiful battle axe. Sitting across from her is a very, very young elf. She is a very young elf girl. She looks completely bored, sort of dirty and grimy, wearing. Am I back? Did I go away?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
All right. Yeah, she is wearing leathers, but it doesn't look to be. It looks more like riding and traveling leathers as opposed to combat leathers. Long blonde hair, sitting across from her, and as Morgan, as you say that, she sort of looks over at the little girl and says, "Alana, please, please come over here and sit down. Give our guests some space." Or, I'm sorry, Nayland. Nayland. Sorry, I read Alana on the damn screen.
I was gonna say, what the fuck?
Oops. Nayland. Nayland.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
You okay?
That is not a that was not a typo. I was looking at the screen when I said that. When I rolled it off the paper and looked up on the screen, and it was like the minute I said that, I was like, "Oh shit, that's not right." I was like, "Oops."
Not a typo, huh?
Nope.
Yeah, okay.
I would like to sit down next to the dwarf and say, "That is a beautiful axe, gorgeous workmanship."
Why, thank you. As the first officer of Quantalos's armies, one must have a very presentable weapon.
What army?
Quantalos.
One and Lost. Okay.
Is that a Q?
Yes. Quanalost. Quantalost. Quantalost. But Quantalost. That's how I'm spelling it.
I'm Morgan. Morgan Thomas.
Why, nice to meet you. I am Ellingthra. Ellingthra Thrangforge. And this is Nayland. She is the king's second daughter.
Hello, you two. Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Darius. Darius Bloodoak.
Why, nice to meet you, sir.
I was just curious. You say you're from Quanalost, but is that where we are?
Why, no, dear. You're on the Valcalith Islands.
Have any of us heard of that particular place?
No.
Hmm.
Valcala?
Yeah. VAL KA. Not Calith, yeah. VALK or VALTH. Valcalith. Valcalith. Yeah. Holy crap.
Alcahas. All right, cool.
Where is that?
Most curious.
Why, this is the first island chain. We're about 4,000 miles from the Ripe Coast.
Ripe Coast?
Yep, the Ripe Coast.
It's beneath the Sword Coast.
Sword
I'm
Coast?
joking. I'm
I
joking,
was gonna
guys.
say, I'm looking at a map right now, and there is no bright coast.
So Maggie is kind of like trailing in the back, looking around, looking at the surroundings, looking at the area. And I can roll if you want to know if she knows or what. But is she going to notice if this is the Feywild or not? Or is that going to be like an easy thing to tell?
You can definitely tell you are not in the Feywild.
Cool. That's what I thought, but I didn't want her to just be like, this is not my home. So she's going to look around. She's going to be very confused. She's not going to see much foliage that is similar to what she has or the colors as vibrant as to where she is from. She's going to kind of follow the rest of the group because she knows that they're kind of the only hope that she has or the right way to go. But she is even more so confused than it seems to be the rest of the group.
What I'm curious to know is why a lot of you are running around in this area when clearly none of you are prepared for any sort of traveling.
Is this area hostile?
It has been of late, which is quite curious.
Interesting.
That's kind of what I was going to ask you is we just appeared out of nowhere with no trail, no warning. Does that happen often around here? Do you know anyone who abducts armed strangers?
As for coming out of nowhere, I mean, the way you started making all that noise just outside of camp, I figured we probably would have heard you coming, but I've never heard of an entire group of people just, did you say just put here?
Yeah, Zod will explain basically that, what happened. That he
A
woke
lot of elbows that he helps
up.
he elbows him and interrupts him while he's digging the dirt. He's telling her what's going on with us.
Perfect.
How much are you going to tell her?
As much as I can, as Zod can recall, just basically trying to get the. So he'll try to get any sort of bearing. He'll spill the beans. He's not. He just needs to know where he is, who took him, and how the hell he can get out of this place.
Well, I've never heard of anything like that. None of those names. None of the. No.
Can I insight check her though?
Sure.
Trying to ascertain as much information as I possibly can and go from there. Is that a 4? Yeah, that's before. So 7. No.
As
So
far as you
I'll-
can tell, she is being completely honest with you. She has no idea really what you're talking about.
Alana would like to insight as well.
Okay.
Can I assist? 21.
Ooh, there.
With you got a what?
21.
As far as I mean, even you can tell that she's being honest. She's listening to that story. She looks almost as confused as you as if that was even real.
Okay. Is there any civilization around here? Are there any towns or villages
Well,
nearby?
yes, we should. We're on our way to Perrin Moors, actually, where we will be taking our leave of the islands. I must get this area has become a little too hostile to be having the young princess here running about with this sort of thing. And you know what I'm talking about. It's just too dangerous for children.
Sure thing.
Alinthra, if I may interject for a little bit. Do you know what day of the year it is?
Why, yes, it is.
Ooh.
Let me get to that page of my notes. It is the 10th day. It's the 10th day of Tarsak.
That's impossible.
It's the year 1358, sir.
7 years?
58.
Wait, hold on. What?
These motherfuckers.
That poses a kind of puzzling conundrum on Zod's face for sure. That the
Said it's 1358.
Back.
Why, yes,
Back
it's
up
the year
one sec.
1358. The year of shadows.
7 years has been 7 years.
Did I just totally shoot everybody's heads right off right there?
My poor daughter.
I think
Alana
I
noticed
just collectively blew everybody's brains apart right there. One line. That's all it took.
You don't understand, Alenthra. I have a family. My daughter. You're telling me it's the year 1358.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
She must think.
When are you going to this town? To Perrin Moors?
We'll leave in the morning. We should get there roughly around noon, maybe 1 o'clock. It's about a half day's trip.
Okay. Time out. I'm gonna point to the people in the party. When did you go? When did you disappear? What year?
This same day of 1351.
Okay.
Yeah.
That checks out. What about you, Zon?
same, Xander. It's roughly the same time, give or take a few days. I tend not to track time too well, but the same year.
So it's relatively a 7-year gap for everyone.
Maggie, is time same for you? You look to be out of your element, and I'll just kind of ask her. Like, you look even more out of place than the rest of us.
This isn't my home. I don't even know what this place is.
Where are you from?
No place like this. It's known as the Feywild. I don't know if you know of it, but I'm from there.
Chris, have I in my study briefly
I would
heard?
say people have heard of. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, fake creatures. Everybody knows of the. Yeah, I would say that. While you may not have ever been there, you've definitely heard of it, or heard stories of it, or heard,
I'm very sorry, dear, but you appear to be from another realm of existence. This, in most circles, is known as the prime material.
She just seemed seems like it doesn't mean much to her, but she just nods. The material.
But it's okay. We can get you help. We can get you back home.
I'm not sure I have a home.
Looks like this though.
Hmm.
We got
But
no answers.
she does look at the others and she does say 1351. Yes, that was the year I was in home. That was the year I was home. So it's been 7 years for her as well.
Well, explains the dust that was upon us, but doesn't explain how the room was so tidy and maintained. So we must almost play a role somewhere.
But why now, after all this time?
Why 7 years?
To what end? By who?
I don't have the answers for you, but you may be able to find it with one of the clergymen in town. I mean,
of Paranmore's?
That sounds of works by the gods, and I mean, it's my best suggestion to the lot of you.
How do we get there?
She looks genuinely concerned at listening to all of you guys talk about this 7-year displacement.
But yeah, we're grown adults with amnesia.
7-year abduction guy.
That's right.
We're all adults who experienced a coma together.
But none of
I'm
you
the
have
Captain
aged
America,
a
this
day.
bitch.
You guys have not aged a day.
No.
That's even weirder.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
We didn't wake up in 7 years of filth, so it was just some dust. So I imagine that we were some stasis or something.
I don't know the limitations of magic. It may very well be possible. That was surely no ordinary place we came from.
No.
Who wants answers? Who wants answers?
Nayland, dear.
Yes. Yes.
Nayland, dear, you're a princess. Or so Alinthra says. Do you have knowledge of the geography of other neighboring countries of the world as it stands?
Ellingthor has taken me to 7 continents so far.
Have you heard of it's a long shot, but a small township known as Suzale?
I think that's on. I mean, I have to look at my notes, but isn't that on Faerun? I think.
It is. Pardon, I'm getting a little emotional. Have you any estimates as to what the distance is from here to around there? You said this is an island.
I've never been from here to there. We usually come from my kingdom to the places that we travel for a little while and then go back.
Fair. You said this is an island, though. So I take it to anywhere there's an ocean or 3.
This whole place is surrounded by ocean. That's what an island is, dummy.
I know.
Ellen Thread, as Nayland says that, sort of says, "Mind your manners, girl." Sorry.
No, it's all right. When they're young like that, they have the right to be rambunctious and a little disrespectful.
Alana says to Darius, they don't know anything. And why don't we ask the rocks or the sky or the trees? If we go to town, maybe we have a better chance of answers.
That may be so, but seeing as she was in a position such as herself, I figured it would not hurt to ask.
It's good thinking. I
Now-
want to take
now,
action.
I'll bet Ellingthrin knows how far it is. I mean, she's been to a lot of places. She's old. And Ellingthra looks over at her, not with that old nanny stink eye. You know what I'm talking about? Like, oh, really? I'm old? I'll show you old.
And I'm older than Alinthra. You get used to it.
And I mean, you can tell that Ellingthra is, she's not a young dwarf. She's not an ancient dwarf, but she's been around for a while, and you guys know that dwarves live for ridiculously long periods of time. Like, not as long as elves, but they do live for centuries.
Alinthra, then. Would you happen to know how far Faerun is from here?
Why, yes, it's weeks from here. Weeks. You seem to be quite a long way from home.
Gonna take a knee.
Alondra, can you tell us anything about the conflict that's happening here? What's going on?
Why, yes, the lordship of the Halcathan Empire is. They seem to be having some internal struggles, and while they govern these islands very, very well and usually keep things regulated and, well, subdued with their internal issues, it seems that creatures and brigands and bandits have sort of seemingly started to take advantage of the lack of attention, shall we say, by the Empire.
Uprising?
I wouldn't call it an uprising. A small faction wants a little more. We'd rather see the Empire become a little more aggressive than it is.
Ah, okay.
From the citizens themselves, not necessarily the city-state.
No, from. I'm not too well versed, but I know that there's just certain elements of the government that would rather see things run a different way as opposed to what they've been doing. The citizenry here seems to love the Empire. They do provide safe transportation. You know, keep the roads clear for merchandise and travelers, and do seem to provide relative security and a manner of well-being for its citizenry.
If we wanted to try to get home, where could you point us in the direction of where we could get on a boat, maybe?
You'd probably want to head to Perrin Moors. It's a coastal town. It's where Nayland and I will be taking our vessel from here back to Quanalost.
Could you all use escorts along the way?
If you would like to travel with us
said,
to Perrin
these
Moors, you're more than welcome. Safety in numbers. And
Yeah,
you have
might
this
as
little
well.
one to protect.
Yeah,
And
we can.
if it is agreed upon, then indeed we shall.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. We can help get them there safely, and they can ensure our path remains true.
Anyone else have further questions? I'm rather hungry.
Oh.
Alana asks Elanthra if, with this new added protection, would it be safe to travel at night and not wait till the morning?
It might be, but I'd rather not have this little one on the road in the middle of the night.
Fair
And
enough.
you can clearly tell that this is she is a very, very young elf. She is maybe 11 years old. So I mean, she looks like she's like 6 or 7 years old. I mean, she's a very,
Can
very young
can I
elf.
make an insight check on Naylan right quick?
Sure. What are you
See if she-
trying to glean? If she's in
To
distress
see
or
if she
something?
seems like the mischievous runaway type of child. If you will.
I mean, sure, go for it.
Nope.
What'd you roll?
Just a 2.
Yeah, you can't tell nothing. She's just a little girl.
Huh?
Just a very, very young little girl. Out on the
As a-
road wearing dirty traveling clothes.
Yeah.
You can tell
Reminds
they've
me
been- What?
She just reminds me a little bit of my own daughter, and I get distracted in memories.
Do you take it normal routine of yours to travel through dangerous woods with a young girl, no horses?
Why,
She's a
she is the
princess.
second. She is the second in line
Yeah,
for the kingdom. This
right.
is His Majesty's most precious child of the Starbreeze family. He wants his daughter to see and know the people. Want to
Okay.
be one of the people. So the way that she is in more than capable hands with me.
Oh, I believe you. I just you said it was getting growingly more dangerous to travel outside.
That is why we are cutting our journey short and heading home.
All right, well,
I
it's
am confident and cocky,
traveling
but
to-
not quite willing to put her in danger.
What has happened recently to where you are so worried that you would cut your travels?
Just a few days ago, we were harried by a bunch of bandits along our travels from Belgeford. I sliced down 9 of them over 2 days. It was at that point that I would rather. She needs to be educated in the world, not in butchery.
Very true. Being of noble blood, has she started her lessons in forgive my impertinence, but in self-defense and self-reliance, survival?
She looks at you and puts her hand down on the hilt of her axe. Yes, she gets her lessons in her words and letters and numbers, and also does get some weapons in keeping herself safe.
So wise. Children should know how to protect themselves in these days.
Exactly. She may be a princess, but a sword will take anyone. A title doesn't make you any safer than anyone else.
Children were about this age, and now I wish that I'd spent more time trying to teach them to defend themselves. Now that I'm not with them.
Well, I will tell you that every day is precious, and regardless of the ones that are missed,
It
all are
seems like
appreciated.
we've lost 7 years of precious days, a lot of us. So we have a lot of questions, and some
And
people
I do
need to.
wish I had the answers for you.
Yeah, no worries. Maybe
And while this is going on, she's been stirring her pot that's been sitting over the fire and says, well, if you all have something to eat from, I do have. It's not much. It's a little bit of. We caught a couple of rabbits along the way, and it's boiled rabbit with some hard bread.
but I imagine that even the rations that we started this journey on, if they were chilling out with us
Everything,
for
all of
seven.
your stuff was like in stasis, like you were. Everything is still perfectly
Okay,
fine.
then I have um 2 rations I can throw into the pot and people can enjoy themselves. Done.
Yeah, I'll throw 2 rations in as well.
All right, that should make more than enough food for the lot of you. So deduct those from your inventories. She
Done.
doles out big, healthy ladlefuls of food for everybody into. I'm assuming everybody's got a mess kit or something, and if you don't, we'll say you do. Um,
If you say we do, can we add that to our inventories?
yes,
Fantastic.
we'll say you have a mess kit. I mean, a
My
mess kit
portion
really
would
ain't much,
probably
just a
be
couple
about
of
half
pieces
the
of
size.
cutlery and a bowl. I mean, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, like micro rations.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Small.
Just grab some
Maggie and
grass.
her
Just chuck it
symbol.
in there.
Can I have another? What is that? Look, I'm gonna get an eyedropper to fill her dish up. You all eat. If you have any other questions you would like to ask Ellingthra, she is more than willing to conversate with you. Yeah, but she feeds Nayland, and we're gonna say that as Nayland finishes up, Ellingthra looks at her and says, "It's by time you went into the tent and worked on your studies for the next hour or so before you go to bed. I will sit out here and conversate with our guests for a little while." And Nayland gets up, looks at all of you, sort of shyly, puts her head down, and walks into the tent that is for the one tent that was in the clearing there, and disappears. Doesn't disappear through a portal, just disappears into the tent. You can see that she's in the tent.
Nice. Um, Darius is good on his questions.
Yeah, no, I'm
Is,
satisfied for now.
His inquiries lie in the future.
Wonderful. Anybody else? All right. So yeah, you guys hang out, eat. Ellingthra looks at you and says, would you mind taking watches for the evening? I will take the last watch. Um,
Uh,
if you can divvy up the other 3 between the 6 of you.
I think we can probably handle all 4 of the watches if you'd like to rest up even further. I don't
Well,
sleep
that would be
much.
fantastic, but I'll be up a little early to make sure. I will cook breakfast for everybody. That way I can make sure Nayland gets on with his studies as well. So, until the morning then.
Okay.
Appreciate your kindness so much. Thank you for answering our questions and letting us travel with you.
Why, thank you. And again, thank you for me not having to. And as she's saying that, getting up, grabs her battle axe and says, have to do any more of this in front of the child.
Well, all right.
and says, "Good evening. I will see you all in the morning then." And turns and shuffles her little dwarven self back into the tent, and just disappears into the tent. Goes into the tent, where you can hear. It's not loud. You can hear pieces of armor being taken off, and it's a mild exchange between the elf and the dwarf in there, talking about studies, and you can hear her answering questions about just things.
I'm so sorry. Can I take a quick break? I'll be right back.
Sure. And she just jumped right out of Zoom. Just damn.
The whole thing.
Just
dang.
gone.
Wow.
All right, we'll take a minute there.
Take a minute for everyone.
Well, I mean, if she disappeared, then
Oh, she'll sign back in.
all right. So let's go ahead and if you guys want to divvy
Alright.
up the watch, there's
I'll
4 watches.
take a watch.
There's 6 of you.
I'll take a watch with someone else and give them advantage if they want.
Alana will take a watch.
Mhm.
All right,
Yeah, I'll
so-
take a watch. I'll take a watch as well.
Yeah, Maggie's not going to be able to sleep, so of course she's also going to sign up to take a watch.
All right.
Yeah,
Put my pen.
I'll
All
go
right,
first
so-
one. Since I'm still a little
So
question.
who's taking which
Hold
watch?
on.
Which watch are we
I'll
taking?
take first. I'll take first with Xander.
I'll go.
Ma-
Yeah. Yeah.
Maggie will take, what are there, 4 watches?
Yep. So the first one's taken. There's 3 other watches.
I'll go
She'll,
2 with somebody.
she'll volunteer the 3rd watch.
So Maggie's on 3. Zod, you're on 2.
Yes, sir.
Who's on 4? Anybody going 4?
Alana will do 4.
Be right back.
Oh, I thought we were doubling up since there were so many of us.
Well, there's
That's
4
fine.
watches and 6 of you. So
Uh-huh.
And
Do we have them covered?
we only needed 3, didn't we?
yeah, Ellingthra said she'd take the 4th watch. So if you guys just want to double up and do 3 watches,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's up to you guys.
works for me.
But I've got
Sure.
Darius Sander on 1. I've got Zod solo on 2. Maggie on 3. Alana on 4. And Morgan's not here to claim a watch.
But we can do 2 and 2 down the line.
All right.
Yeah.
And
See how it
Alana
goes.
volunteer for the 3rd or 4th watch. We'll start with the first watch.
Xander, real quick, what's your perception?
Passive.
I mean, just like, do you have any modifiers?
Yeah. +4.
Then yeah, I'll assist you and give you advantage
Okay.
on your perception check for the watch.
All right.
Sorry about that. My kids got home from church, so I had to go.
Aw.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Do you want to volunteer for a watch?
Absolutely.
The first watch is doubled up with Xander and Darius. The second watch is crap. I gotta go back to my notes. Second watch.
Let Alana go with Zod on 2nd watch.
Okay.
And then Maggie and Morgan can do 3rd watch.
How many watches are we doing? 4?
3, because Elanthra has the 4th watch.
Alana.
I'll go with Elanthra then. I'll stay up with her.
Well, if you double up with Maggie, you can give her advantage on her perception check.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Right. Is that right, Darius?
Yeah, it's called the help or assist action.
Uh-huh.
Perfect.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I got Darius and Xander. All right. So here's how we're gonna do this. Everybody starts bunking down for bed. Darius and Xander, it is your watch. You guys, I'm gonna say you got 5 minutes to BS with each other. Just for if there's any monologue if you guys wanna have a conversation while everybody else is sleeping, on your watch during the this first night in a strange forest on a strange island. You got 5 minutes. Go, gentlemen. And roll a perception check for me. If one of you guys is doing it with the other assisting, go ahead and make that roll as well. But you got 5 minutes to conversate, or if there's anything you guys want to talk about or do anything.
You're up,
Nothing?
Xander.
All right. All right, hit the perception. Give me 1 second here. I did. So with advantage.
Nice.
Big money.
Nice. All right.
Zero
So you guys got 5
whammies.
minutes. I'll tell you what happens at the end of that 5 minutes.
Okay.
So if there's anything you guys want to do or conversate about, now's the time.
All right.
This is your show, gentlemen. We're
Well.
just gonna stare at each other for a while.
So right now Xander's a little lost in thought about the 7 years and the whole like fiery explosion stuff that happened to him what feels like yesterday.
You seem a little distracted there, Xander. What's on your mind?
Each one of us lost 7 years.
It is a decent chunk of time indeed, but it doesn't seem to have affected our physical selves as much.
Yes, but mentally, like I can only imagine how you feel. You have, like you said, you have children. They're now presumably 7 years older, and you've missed all of that. As far as I know, my home was burnt down, and my friends were killed in front of me 7 years ago, and weeks away. We just woke up. Maybe an hour or two ago. Maybe I don't know. I feel like I'm making a bigger deal out of this. I don't really know what to feel right now.
It is a big ordeal, Xavier. A big adjustment. However, life is about exerting will and having patience with things that you can change. What is done and what's in the past and what is now irrevocably done to our homes lies there in what we have no power or will over. What we can do, though, is press forward with steadfast hearts and courage in these next days, weeks, months, and reconnect with the people that are left. Do you understand? That is the point of life. It's connections. As someone who's lived the past 45 years can tell you, life means nothing without the people you surround yourself with. Because before you know it, if you don't pay attention, more than one will be gone in one way or another. It's too short, you know. It's too short.
I understand.
So have faith, have strength in yourself, in what you know, in what your own 2 hands and 2 feet can do. To press forward and find new connections, new hopes that further bolster and drive you forward. This is not the time or place to lose heart, Xander.
Your words are wise. It almost comes off as if you're saying, get over it. I understand that that's not what you're saying, but
I recognize your pain and confliction, but also recognize that this may not be the most appropriate time for, I guess, wallowing in sorrow, if you will.
I wouldn't say
you should be angry, disturbed,
All right.
propelled by a furnace to action instead of pensive.
I'm more wallowing in confusion.
Well, that is simply a lack of knowledge. In which case, ask more questions and find the answers you seek.
That will definitely happen once we get to the village. You can bet that.
All right.
When we get to the village,
that'll bring us to the end
yeah.
of your watch. You passed your perception. The two. All right, there we are, back again. All right, so you guys hear, rustling in the woods outside of the light of the camp. It doesn't seem to get close, but it is definitely not. It's not animals. You can tell that.
This is the morning. We made it through all.
No, that was just the first. That was the first watch.
Oh, okay.
I'm giving everybody 5 minutes on your watches to conversate. You'll make a perception check, and yeah. So you guys had that conversation, and the two of you, can definitely hear movement in the woods that is not normal deer or possums. You like that reference? Or squirrels or any sort of natural creatures or creatures moving around in the woods. The next watch is Zod and Alana.
Well, as we go and pass them, we're going to relay that information of the rustling out in the woods.
Thank you for that. Which direction?
It was everywhere it was all around the camp.
How long was it going out for?
It's in the trees.
Do we need to explore what that is?
I'll just try to extend some extra senses out from me, distance, and try to track down any celestial fiends or undead.
You have to put it in a certain direction, correct?
No, it's kind of like a beacon. It's like a radar up to 60 feet around me.
Yeah.
It's any fiends, undead, or fae, right?
No fae. Celestial, fiend, and undead.
You don't get any of that.
Well, I don't really sense anything out of the unordinary in the nearest proximity, but something's out there.
So did Darius and Xander, did y'all go to bed?
Oh yeah, we're long resting.
Yeah,
Sure.
they would pass off that information, and it would be Zod and Alana. Need you guys to make a perception check, or one of you to make a perception check with advantage. However, you're gonna allot your energies there.
I have +7 to perception.
Yeah, I have decent myself, but I did my little search, so I'll give you advantage to your perception check.
Roger. 23 and 16. 23.
Okay. So, all right, you guys have 5 minutes. Is there anything you guys want to talk about, conversate? Words you want to say to each other, or are you going to spend your watch looking at each other and looking around and not conversing.
But
You have
I
5 minutes
think
to choose your fate.
I think
Sure.
just in noticing of his surroundings, you want to just learn a little bit more. You seem very eager to get going night or day. What are you looking for? What does this loss of time mean for you? What do you make of it?
The last thing I remember was my oldest brother had challenged my father for the power of our family. He killed my father, possibly with my other two brothers, and we were attacked by some shaded figures who crawled over the keep wall. So I don't know if my little brother is still alive. I don't know if my older brother's still alive. I don't know if anyone's still alive, and I'm very much eager to find those answers. What's the last thing you remembered?
Oh, I had just been ambushed by a little group of goblins, which I have a very bad track record with. But similar to you, I have recently lost several loved ones in kind of really unexplained manner as well. For me, it's been a goal of mine to kind of figure out what's happened and who's responsible. I keep being left with these cryptic symbols and marks, which just ends up more questions than answers, unfortunately. I've put little care to my self-preservation or upkeep and just dead set on trying to hold responsible for those who've taken and wronged me and my loved ones. So being lost of 7 years, I don't even know what direction I should be going in.
Did you have a wife? Any children?
No, it's just my village. It was wiped out, and then I took solace in an abbey, and yeah, again, very similar. Just as I seem to get comfortable around people again and get any sort of normality back in my life, tragedy hits, and wake up with a bunch of strangers in a place I have no idea where I am.
I notice you have some heavier armor. And what kind of weapon do you have?
I use, and even he taps his longsword. One day, when I'm worthy and skilled enough, I will use the only token I have left of a formal life. And he looks at it and shows you a glaive that's wrapped in just kind of animal hide and cloth, and it not even a mark on it. Like it has not been used. Is clearly saving it for something. But the longsword's seen lots and lots of wear. And the perception's high enough, the hilt is just etched with dozens upon dozens of what you can figure would be body count marks on the hilt of his blade.
She can definitely notice that, and she shows him. She leans out her heavy crossbow as well as her hand crossbow, and it looks like you like to get up nice and close, and I like to keep a little bit of distance, so you can count on me watching your back.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm always looking
If you
for
help
friends.
watch my front, if you help watch my front, I'll help watch your back.
No, I'll make sure nothing gets to you. Yeah, and we're just basically gonna try to keep in a couple ears out to see if the the pitch or frequency or just, I guess, just proximity of the disturbances in the forest changed.
Your 5 minutes is up.
Thank you.
What you along with being told that there is not natural things going on outside in the woods, with your that 23, you're definitely able to notice that the camp is being circled.
Hmm.
So there is something definitely there is definitely something out there, and it definitely sounds like it's like sharks in the water. You know what I'm talking about? Or like there's definitely something moving around outside of the camp, just outside of your field of vision.
Well, okay. Well, to want to wake up the canon, so like with all what has transpired throughout the day and the mystery of what's going on, I don't think he would leave. He would want to wake people up and say, "Guys, I think we got something we got to deal with before we get some rest."
Okay, I'm sorry. What was that?
I think that would make him nervous enough that he'd want to wake up the others to tell them what's going on. Like there's definitely a presence that's circulating the camp, and that it might not be a safe place to continue resting.
Okay.
Yeah, let's wake up Morgan and Maggie. Definitely, we'll tell them that we're getting circled, and then we'll ask them, should we wake up the others? And
Exactly. Agreed. Yeah, and then maybe between the four of us, we can try to see if the threat level's warranted enough to move out.
Well, the question is, the last thing we want to do is get taken by surprise. So I think the first question is to come to an answer. And do we wake up with the four of us? Is do we wake up the other two and Elanthra? Maggie, Morgan.
Yeah.
She's gonna stir kind of awake as she had dozed off. It looks to be as if there was like she was writing in a journal or she was taking some kind of note. She's gonna close her journal as she kind of startles awake and look up to who has awoken her and question, "Oh, is it my watch?" And she then picks up on what they're saying, that they're being surrounded. And she's like, "Surrounded by what? Can you tell?"
We don't know yet. It's not animal.
No, but it's definitely numerous. It's big. It's lots, and it seems to be all around us.
Should we wake up the others?
I don't know the threat level. I mean, if it's wolves.
It got worse. It got worse. It increased. It escalated. So the first watch warned us of noises, and then now we're encircled. So
I think we should wake the others. There's
okay, great.
impending danger.
I agree with you. So we wake Darius, Xander, Elanthra, and Nayland.
Elanthra and Nayland start to move around. You can hear Elanthra say, "Girl, you stay inside. It's gonna take me a minute to put on my armor. I'll be out as soon as I can." And you can hear rustling and the jangling of armor moving around. I mean, you can clearly tell that she was caught completely unawares. Almost like she might have just taken advantage of the fact that there was a group of you and safety in numbers. Just totally, she's caught with her pants down. So yeah, that's going on inside the tent. You can hear rustling around. It's going to take her a few minutes to get her armor back on. But yeah, the rest of you are awake. At this point, I guess go ahead and all of you make perception checks if all of you are awake.
Big money, big money. Okay,
Yeah.
Darius.
That was ass.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
okay.
gonna have to do something to work on trying to get sneaky with you guys. Okay, so
Not bad, not bad. Darius,
Xander doesn't notice. The group of you, as you're starting to stir everybody awake and sort of letting everybody know what's going on, all of you can hear these weird, like, croaking, clicking noises.
Ooh.
And you can hear rustling just to the west or the east on the map. You guys should be able to see the map, right?
Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
So yeah, you guys hear some heavy rustling and stuff going on from the west there. You can't necessarily see anything. Actually, no, nobody rolled that high. No, you can just hear clicking and that garbled, croaking noise, along with heavy movement coming from the east. And is it at this moment that let me go to this. Let me go right laptop with the right map.
Oh, they're horses.
Ooh.
They have two ponies. I forgot
Cute.
that part.
Why am I sleeping actually in the fire pit?
You're not. I just
Stay
moved your
warm.
tokens. I just moved your tokens onto the map. You can move yourself out of the fire pit. That would
You see,
be a little.
as I get older, I lose less insulation,
Yeah,
so I
that's
need
right.
to be closer to the
By the
warmth.
time it's done, you're gonna be lighting yourself on fire to keep warm at the end of the night.
Oh, see, I'd probably be over here in like a little tiny teacup chihuahua.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys
like, super
organize
cold 'cause
yourselves
I'm
on the
little.
map. You guys can, more than welcome to. I just sort of put the tokens on the map. I was not trying to be representative of where you were.
So we're not fighting humans then, but like toad people?
We'll see in a second here. Once you guys put your
Bully
tokens wherever you
walks.
guys are gonna be.
The slaads!
I
No.
love
Look like
bully
weird-
walks though.
Weird chickens.
What you guys see at this moment, after hearing that croaking and clicking noise, are there's four figures that emerge out of the woods. All of them look like 4-foot tall salamanders walking on their back legs, all with a little bit of armor. All of them. They look like salamanders, but their skin is red. It almost looks like lava. It's not lava, but like a lava colored scales or that reptile skin. The first three have scimitars, and the one in the back looks to be the leader, has a tattered half robe, half cloak thing going on.
Hmm.
These are the things that took me.
Oh.
You recognize these then?
I'll recognize these things anywhere.
Yeah, they're like I said, they look like salamanders. They have lava-looking skin. 3 of them have scimitars. The one in the back that, like I said, looks to be in charge is carrying a mace. Has tattered like a robe cloth thing going on. And the one in the back is and the other 3 seem to be responding and moving, almost spreading. They look to be spreading themselves out, looking to, and definitely heading in your direction. And this is where we will roll initiative, folks.
Ooh.
Welcome to the first combat of this campaign.
First blood.
That's right. Now you can start the Deadpool, Sam. I wanted to wait until we at least got combat going on. And then
With the 6, it's probably it's me. Oh man.
It's going.
All right, Zod and Maggie, okay.
Let's go. I can just imagine Maggie being the paladin after all, and just like poking him with a hairpin,
Yeah,
and
man.
then dropping a 3rd level divine smite. That'd be so fun.
Yeah.
Damn.
Be like, oh, that's 1 point of damage, followed by 37 radiant.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so
A cap
cute.
hole of pink.
so I got both of those
Just like the
here.
most innocuous
I
thing.
got there. All right. So I am gonna roll. Let's get the initiative tracker going here. All right. So initiative tracker. Boom. Everybody knows how to put add their turns on the turn order, right?
No.
Oh,
Click on your
No.
token. Click on your token. Put add a turn, and then go ahead and input your initiative number or your initiative
Add.
roll.
Token.
oh, yeah, well, there you go.
How do we do this?
So go on to your if you've rolled your initiative. If you go on to Roll20, click on your token, and it should have a spot on there where it says add a turn.
Oh.
Yep, and then put in your number there if it didn't already include it.
I have. I can change
No, I
a
didn't.
color of my
There we
frame, and then there's a settings.
No, like if you right click on it, right, and then you go down to the settings, it should say add it. Oh, really? No. Oh well,
No.
that's poo poo. How did I fuck that up?
Yeah, no, I definitely can't do anything. My
All right,
token.
hold on. Did I not? Hold on 1 second here. Where's Can you move your
Nope.
token?
Yes, I can move it. I can't do a ruler or do any other things to the. I can change the color. I think of it maybe.
Hmm.
No,
Were
just
you able to add yourselves to the turn order?
that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. So you click on your token as if you were moving it,
Yeah,
Right.
and then a thing should pop up that says like initiative or something like that. You click that.
yeah. No, if I double.
Oh yeah, right. If you right click on it, it should say add turn, edit, or at least add turn, right?
So if I right click on my token, do you see that? I have 3 squares or 3 circles, and then settings, and then change my icon emoji.
That's fucking weird. All right,
That's what I have too.
all right. I'll
Right.
figure
So
that
you
out.
click your token to where the 3 circles pop up, and
Yeah.
then to the top left, with the move arrow and the other
Says
toolbar, it says initiative and saving throw. You click initiative, and that should put you in the turn order.
All right. So Xander, did you roll a 7 or a 14?
And then in the turn order, you want to select the number and adjust it to your real value.
7.
Roger that.
Oh,
All right. So I'm gonna start taking out some of these doubles here. 14, Xander, and the initiative is gone.
No character was found for selected. Hmm.
All right. So I got. What did I roll? Shit. Did I even get to roll it yet? I did not.
With numbers like these, we almost got a full house. That's a poker joke,
All right.
You need a
so
9 and a
Let me
10.
just write this down the first.
right? We need to rely on the river to get us home. That's a good song title, Rely on the River. Come on now.
can I not get this to work?
4. I got 13. All right.
So when you say toolbar, do you mean the one that has like the little arrow? It says select, move, pan, draw shape, and then
Yes.
stop.
Yes. Next to the arrow that says move, once you've clicked your token proper to where you see the red, the green, the blue circle, it should say initiative and saving throw. You click initiative, you appear in the turn order, and then it re-rolls your initiative. You want to adjust that number to your first value.
Okay. So when I put initiative over in the roll 20, it tries to roll initiative and it says no character was found for selected. It gives me like a weird.
Oh, if you're doing it on D&D Beyond and you're trying to roll it for initiative for your character, you have to have your character selected on roll 20.
Oh, well, I did roll my initiative on D&D Beyond, but I was just trying to get it where I can put the initiative in and change it. Because I see initiative and saving throw, but when I click on initiative, it just tries roll and there's nothing else that it does. It doesn't populate me to the turn order. I can't select. There's no turn order icon or.
I think you're already there. I see you as Zod.
Oh yeah, it says 9 now. Okay, sorry, I don't know.
Oh, you're good.
Sure. You're great, buddy.
Out to lunch, I guess. Man.
That's what session 1, and yeah, we'll be working.
Perfect.
Out a bunch
All right.
Nah.
stuff here.
So we're just waiting on Chris to input the enemies and the NPC, and then to get everything organized.
And it says it's a 9, and I edit that how the number again.
Do you need to change your number, Zod?
Yes. Yes,
So
please.
Just
Literally-
go over to the turn. Just go over to the turn order calculator and change the number.
Yeah, in roll 20, you go to the turn order, you click your number.
Yep.
Yeah, it should be highlighted.
Yeah,
and
I
then
17, and then is it enter? Because when
Yep.
there you go.
There you go.
Yep, perfect.
So you got a 17.
Done.
14.
Good job, guys.
17.
It's all a learning curve.
Yes.
That's right. That's what. Okay. So Maggie and Zod, what is your dexterity bonus?
Maggie wins. I'm 0.
Nice.
Not even gonna put up a fight on that one.
Nope, she wins.
All right, 17. All right, then 14, and then me. All right, so that's that one.
Who needs dexterity?
Right.
So Maggie, Zod, Alana.
Yeah, probably me, actually.
Xander.
I do a lot.
Alana, you're. I see.
I rolled stats did not allow.
For you.
No.
So Alana, you got a 14 or an 11?
11.
You got the 11. Okay. I'm just seeing a lot of doubles on here. Let me just try to clear out some of this stuff here. All right. So we'll go up here to 11. Morgan, 8 or 10?
8.
8. All right, so the 10's got to go away. So that'll go over there. So that looks like everybody's on there once. Holy crap. We got it. All right. So, yeah, you guys should be able to snap and do all that sort of fun stuff, I hope. If not, that's what this session's for. All right. So, yeah, like I said, that's what you guys see. Maggie, it is your turn. What would you like to do at this moment in time? Or not?
We can't hear you.
Sorry, I was talking to someone about football. Okay, so let's see. I want to go over here. Well, let me ask: are there any bushes like over here, like growth? Anything
Over
in
where?
there? I'm pinging it.
I mean, not really. No, you'd have to go a little further north,
Okay.
like here ish.
Okay. Can I try and like sneak over there and like hide in the bush and like prepare to attack from there? So I'll be
I mean,
sneaky.
you can go over there and jump in the bush. You would have to make a stealth check. I'm going to say that'd be
Sure.
you're not a rogue, so or you're not a rogue, right?
Yeah, I am a rogue.
Oh yeah, you are a rogue. So I mean, so you can try to hide. Is that an action or a bonus action at level 1?
I'm just gonna use it as my
All
action,
right.
regardless.
So go ahead and make a stealth check for me. Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, you jump into
Back
the
in the
bush, and as
Feywild.
far as everybody else is concerned, you
Where'd
You
Maggie
went-
go?
your little 2-foot self just disappeared into a bush, and that was the end of that.
I'm 2 feet tall.
Not even us players know where you went.
No, no, she
She
jumped
just-
into the bush and completely disappeared, gone.
You can't
All right.
even. You
You
can't
can
even find
almost
your
say
own
she
token
disappeared
anymore.
into the bush.
I, as the out of person, like I, as the character, the person playing the character, I have no idea where she went as well.
Morgan is the bush.
Right. Would you like to do anything else there, Maggie?
No, just like I'm hidden myself, ready to like go. Like I know shit's about to go down, so I'm ready.
All right, that'll bring us to Zod.
All right. Jeez. I don't like the look of these things. I don't like going first.
That's what I said. I was like, I don't like going first.
Ooh, how'd you pull up that ruler?
If you go over, it should have like a snap thing, right? On the
Yeah, it's a little ruler icon underneath the identifying glass in the left-hand toolbar.
yeah. Then you can click it. You can
Perfect.
snap, and you can get your movement or
it's
for
the fourth
check the
one down.
range attacks and shit like that. Yep.
All right. And these things are definitely looking aggressive posture ways.
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I will walk 15 feet up, I guess. 15
1.
feet. I know exactly. Oh, why is nothing?
Oh, you got to go back to the top, and then you can you got to go back to the arrow and hit select, and then you can move your character again. It'll
Got
still,
it.
yeah. There you go. Oh, I'm
It's like
loving
a
all
la-
these snaps going on. Everybody's trying to figure out what to do.
It's like a laser.
Did I seriously like beat you guys up so bad in your session zeros that you've just gotten paranoid?
Yeah.
Maybe.
You know you rocked all of us. You know that.
Yeah. I was surprised on how fast I was near death. I'm probably heading that way again. So I moved 20 feet of actual movement. Bonus action. You see Zod kind of phase in, phase out, and he's going to teleport to behind this guy that's behind him. I'll Misty behind that guy. And then I'm going to plunge my longsword into his back.
Okay.
Go ahead and make an attack roll. First one of the game. First attack of the game. What are we doing?
Woo, you can do it.
Natural 1.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do it.
Did it come up natural one already? I'm waiting for the roll to go. Is it natural one?
I'm teasing you.
Okay, no. Oh, no. I rolled 16 plus 7, so 23.
Big money. Hell yeah.
The 23 is gonna hit, man.
All right.
That's
Put some weight behind it. Does 11 points of slashing damage. I guess.
Okay.
That was, right?
Wow.
Ouch.
Wow. Okay. Put my pen down. All right. So
It's bad for this leader.
Mm. And I just whisper into his ear. You walked into the wrong time. I'm grumpy. And that's it.
He doesn't understand common.
It was for my benefit, not his.
Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit.
all right.
Ribbit,
That was
ribbit.
Your turn. That's gonna bring us to the guy that you're standing in front of, Zod.
All right. I like it.
Ooh. So I get 2 attacks. He is going to turn around with that mace that he's got. It says a morning star here. I'm just going to say it's a mace. But he is gonna swing. He's gonna use both of his attacks on you. Can you see my rolls? Holy shit!
No.
No.
All right, I'll have to fix that.
Why?
The first is a 22 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hit.
So you take 7. I'm gonna say bludgeoning damage. It says piercing, but it's a mace. So 7 bludgeoning damage.
Ouch. Thank you, thank you.
You alive over there?
The next is a 4 to hit.
4? No.
Yeah. Okay, so the first one will hit, the second one won't. Do I get any cool guy moves? No, I'm going to use that next.
Is this guy gonna stay there?
I mean, if I move away, then I get an attack of opportunity, right? So.
Yeah, but he should be strong enough to risk that shit. He's the leader.
Well, he's not moving. He's not moving. I was just looking to see if there was anything cool I could do, but that's it. We're all first level. Like the CRs on these things are not all that great. They're not.
Oh, Zod, you're fucked. He's holding his ground.
Yeah, CR is high enough. He cleaved the shit out of me. All right.
That's gonna bring us to Alana, right? That's what it looks like to me. I got 11 for Alana. You're next. This may go a little later than 4 o'clock, guys. We may have to run to like 4:15 or something.
Sure, I'm good with that. Alana's going to use her heavy crossbow and target the leader.
Okay.
Nat 20.
That'll hit. Wow.
First of the game.
Get him out early, guys. Get him out early. That's fine.
7. Do you roll double? Is that your rule? Table rule?
Wouldn't that automatically have done that?
Yeah, what is?
So
Wouldn't that have automatically done that?
Max
it should have automatically done that.
Oh, did it? Oh.
I can't tell if that's the math for the.
No, when you hover over the damage number, it says rolling 1d10 plus 5. It rolled a 2. So
yes.
Are we doing double damage dice or double damage total?
Or max die?
I'm going to leave that up to you guys. Since we're at that, we're going to hit that point of conversation right now. Do you guys want to do double dice or just double the damage?
I think the
I like double damage, honestly.
Double
it's simpler.
damage is, or max, like, so say if you if it's a D10,
Let's do max.
you can
Let's do max die.
roll 1. So instead of being double the dice, one like whatever dice it is. So if it was 2d6, you would get 12, and then you roll the 2d6 and add it. So they're like so instead of just a straight. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No,
Not particularly.
I don't understand what you're saying, but I know what you mean. Yeah. So the max damage. What I vote for is that. So my heavy crossbow is a 1d10. I rolled a 7, and then the crit damage would be just max 10 die, that d10. So total would be 17 with
yes. Yeah. So like one die is always max. So like you don't, if you double the die, there's technically you do have a chance to roll less than what say just a straight max roll would be. So if you did your critical die, for instance, if you looked at a critical die or critical dice would be a max, and then you roll your like you just did for a 7. But
So
I don't care.
So it'd be max plus what was rolled.
Roger that.
Yes, sir.
If that's the way you guys want to vote, I'm leaving it to you guys.
I've never heard of that before.
Since we're
That's really
If
weird.
you ever roll high rollers, they do it, and it's pretty entertaining. You get some rolls for both players and
I vote
PC
for double.
and PCs, but it's up to you. It's pretty-
I vote double dice.
All right, double dice is easier. It's really simple to do. If you want to just do double dice, I'm down.
All right. I think it reduces our crits, but I'm whatever the group votes. Yeah.
it's up to you guys. I am staying 100% impartial. I'll be a rule or a tiebreaker if it comes to that.
Oh wait, no. So we got 1 for double. We got 2 for double dice, 2 for the alternate version. I vote double damage.
So what would that look like?
That would be the 7 just
So it
multiplied
would
by
be-
2.
So it would be,
Yeah, it'd be
14 in
14.
essence.
So
Right.
you would-
So with
you
my
multi-
with mine and Zod's proposal, it'd be 17. You're always going to get max die
one.
on that.
on
Yeah,
on the
one-
first die, but I mean, it's really up to you guys.
Yeah, but it also means we get screwed over harder as well.
Yeah, because if
Yeah.
you roll a 1, then
And
it would have
it's
been 11
yeah.
instead of 17. But
Yeah, and it's easier to predict a double damage crit as opposed to I
So
guess you could say all the other methods.
well, I don't necessarily agree with what you or know what you're saying, but I'm cool with mitigating the crits against us. I'm cool with that.
what Sam is saying is it would be double damage. So with the 7, it would be a 14.
So
That's
double-
what he's saying there. It's just to make it super simple. He's saying just double the damage on the first roll, or you guys can roll double dice, or you can do. I would say, well, when it comes to melee weapons, it would be you can get max damage on the first roll, but if you roll a 1, then if it's a 1d10, and you roll a 1, then it would be 11 points of damage.
Right,
Yeah,
you
plus
max
your-
out that crit die.
rather than you rolling 2d10 for the crit and you roll 2, 1 and 1. But double damage is super easy to calculate. So like if that's
I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm going to leave it up to you
I'm-
guys. You can do double damage, double dice, or you can do max damage on the.
I'm just trying to
it'd
make
be
it-
if you're like I say, if you roll a 1d10, I will give you 10, and you have an attack roll, and if you roll a 1, then it's only 11.
yeah.
Yes.
But if you
I'm just
roll
gonna
double
say-
dice, or you want to double the damage, if you only get a 4, it's an 8, or you can do double dice, and that could be double snake eyes, so you get 2. I'm leaving it to you guys right now.
I'm just saying it's simpler to calculate through both Roll20 and D&D Beyond since we are online.
Yeah.
Like it's just simpler to take the numbers shown, double verify of what was rolled, and then just double that
So
than having to potentially
I mean,
do
if that's your
calculate the damage and go over to the tab bar and roll additional dice through D20 or Roll20. It's just simpler.
Yeah, no, I'm done. So we're gonna double the stat modifier too, not just the dice damage. So
Indeed.
that's okay, super simple, and that's fine. I don't care. I'm easy.
So we're saying we're just double the damage roll. That's what we're doing?
Yeah, that's my vote.
7, it would be a 14.
It's super simple. Sure.
What other votes are there? Because I can lean either way, but I want to hear what everyone else has to say.
I'm passive on it.
Okay.
Doesn't matter to me.
Maggie, Morgan,
Double damage.
double damage. Okay.
Yeah, so far from my experience playing in online games, doing double damage, it's quicker to know, like story-wise, and if there's like a combat that also has story, like knowing when you take the people around down and all of that. So
Yeah.
I would agree with double damage.
And
All
there are 6 of us, so
Mhm.
combat can already drag on as is. So
Right.
the faster each person's turn gets accomplished, ideally the better from a time perspective as well.
Absolutely. All right, great. Makes sense. Everyone down? Double damage?
Sure thing.
Sounds great.
Amazing.
all right, so we're doing double damage. All right, boom. That made that simple. All
All
right.
right. So 18 total. Got favored foe, that crit, and so 18 damage on this leader.
All right. He is not looking good. You punched him with that heavy crossbow, like just below the neck. He is bleeding heavily. Not looking good.
Technically, because it's a dice roll, that should be double 2. Because it's a dice roll part of the attack, right? Like if you crit and you have hex
Oh
blade,
shit, that's right. Yeah, totally. Yeah, so 20. Yeah, good call. So 22
Same with-
total.
Yeah, he is barely standing.
nice. That
Heavy crossbow bolt hanging, stuck just below his neck.
Good try. That's Alana.
All right, is that your turn?
Mhm.
That's my turn. That's me.
All right. That'll bring us to Morgan. Morgan.
Okay.
I tried, son.
All right, that a girl. Thank you. You helped out a lot.
Okay, I'm gonna move up here, which puts me in 30 feet of range, and I'm going to cast Witch Bolt.
Okay. Who are you firing which bolt at?
Ah, crap! I forgot about the component. Are we worrying about components yet?
No.
Okay. Oh, I was firing at one of the ones directly across from me.
All right. And you rolled a 7. Yeah,
Yep.
that's not gonna hit. Would you like to describe your witch bolt? There you go. Let's throw a little flavor in here.
Yes.
Hold on. I actually haven't used that spell before. 1 second. Okay, so I put my hand out and in the direction of this salamander and kind of turn my head to the side a little bit and wince, and purplish blue energy shoots out from my hand towards the salamander, and with my bad roll it goes off to the side.
All right. Would you like to do anything else? That was a movement. That was your action. You have a free action and a bonus action.
Oh, can I complete my movement by moving back?
Yeah. As long as you didn't use up all 30 feet of your movement, yeah.
I did not. I used 20, so I'm going to move back 10 feet.
Nice.
All right. Would you like to do anything else, or is that your turn?
I don't have anything else I can do.
All right, that's gonna bring us to Xander.
All right, I'm aiming at the big guy. I'm trying to finish him off.
Oh, yeah.
I am 60 feet away from him, so my longbow should be able to touch him. Did it roll?
Hell yeah.
Woo! So we like to see.
Big monies.
Marshall's being Marshall.
What'd you roll?
24.
You can go ahead and describe how you whatever you're gonna do to kill him, because you killed him.
Woo!
Oh,
First blood.
I'm gonna take a deep breath and shoot him right between the eyes.
Amen.
Nice. So yeah, that you hit him with what, a crossbow? Longbow.
No, it's just a longbow.
You got
Like
the
an
arrow
actual
punches
arrow.
right into his skull, and this thing, you can see the head snap back as it falls down to the ground in front of Zod.
Thank you very much.
And I'm gonna move right about here, and end my turn.
Alright. Darius.
I'm gonna, from where I'm standing, I'm going to outstretch my hand to one of the burning logs in the fire next to me. I'm gonna do a brief incantation, swirl my hand, and point to this guy down here that Morgan was after earlier. And I'm gonna cast Catapult.
Oh,
Fun.
some flaming logs in the face.
Okay.
Yeah. I need the
Okay.
thing to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw.
All right, sis. Get it.
Okay.
No.
That's a 15. I would think if you're throwing something at somebody, wouldn't that be a to hit? Well, dexterity saving throw was 13, so I passed.
half damage, rounded up.
No. On a failed save, the object strikes the target and stops moving. When the object strikes something, the object and what it strikes each take 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
But if
so he takes 11 points of bludgeoning.
How at first level?
Yeah. So
Can you
first
ping
level
that
spell.
in the? Can you ping that in chat? I want to read that. Not to question you, but that seems pretty. That seems pretty powerful for a 1 to 5 pounds.
Yeah, catapult is big boy damage.
Mm-hmm.
3d8.
The object flies straight in a straight line. If the object would strike a creature, the creature must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the object strikes the target and stops moving. It doesn't say what happens if the...
Oh, on a 6... Oh, you succeeded. Okay.
Yeah, I succeeded,
Yeah,
buddy. I got 15.
Then I guess nothing, because it
Yeah.
dodges out of the way.
Yeah.
That's why it's such a high dice rolls, because it doesn't have half on the DC save.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Okay.
so yeah, you miss.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna travel 30 feet down to here. Just keeping an eye on the back of the tent as well. And yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. That'll bring us to my turns. Yeah, this is where it's gonna get super fun for me. For me and me alone. All right. Let's start with this first guy. Move this over here, so it's not in my way anymore. Yep. So first guy, you're just gonna keep this smooth and simple. Boom. He's gonna run right up here. Bam. Right up here in front of you, Xander. And I get after seeing you punch a hole through their boss's head, this thing is going to spit fire at you. You see it open its mouth, and you see this little fireball, like spit wad, fly out of its mouth at you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Let's take this.
Your DC, oh yeah, you passed, 11. The DC was 11, you've got a 15, so you will still get hit with it. You're moved just out of the way. This thing comes across and catches some of it and burns some of you. You take 4 points of fire damage.
Oof.
I got hit with a catapult?
What are you throwing a catapult for?
I don't have a catapult. I got hit by one. I'm not doing that.
Why would you throw
Yeah,
a
click
catapult?
something.
What? Oh, is that because I...
Why? What are you guys doing over
I
here? What's
just
all these
got
catapult
dispelled
throws
to,
going on?
Stop touching my shit.
This one was right.
Read it with your eyes, not your mouse.
Yeah,
You guys got
clearly.
me all distracted. I forgot where this guy was. Was he here or was he one more back?
He was there.
That's what I thought.
No. Oh, I'm watching football as well as like playing this game. Sad.
Oh,
Sad.
I need San Francisco to win. I can't let Dallas
Hey!
go.
I hear that, brother. I hear
Well,
it.
All right, this one's gonna come.
Don't get
right
too
down
excited.
here.
Who's fan?
And he is,
Glad to know glad to know this game is so enthralling for you guys.
Oh no, I just like to focus on like 4 things at one time.
Mm-hmm.
ADHD. Where you at,
All
girl?
right, this thing is gonna swing its scimitars at Morrigan.
Bushkin's mom in chat says, "Let's go Niners," whatever that means.
They're playing the
49ers.
Cowboys, right?
San Francisco. Yeah, thankfully
Yeah.
I'm not leaving my house, so I don't have to worry about being
Oh my
fearful because I do live in Texas, so I'm in cowboy country. So
All right.
Well,
So
what's the worst that could happen?
Cowboys fans.
it is Texas,
right-
man. People do carry guns around there, dude. That's
That's
Yeah,
very
but if
normal
you
where
live
I'm
there,
from
then
as
so
well.
should you. Like,
So
stand
I'm
your ground,
watching
laws.
the Bills Bengals game right now, hoping for the Bills, but I don't know where they're at. They haven't really shown up this game yet.
All
Anyway,
right. So
back to
back
scheduled
to the
program.
game that we're playing, not the game that is being played in a stadium that's
in
on
states
TV.
away.
Morgan. This thing is swiped at you twice. Does a 20 hit?
Yes.
That is
Ooh.
7 slashing damage.
Huh. All right.
That's a big cut.
Yeah, that's a bad.
And it does the second. It swung a second time because it gets 2 attacks with its scimitar. Does a 15 hit?
Oh God, yes.
That is 3 more points of slashing damage you take.
I'm down.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
I don't know how to indicate that on roll 20.
You don't. Well, you could, but
I'm not going to put an X over you just yet.
Oh God.
You don't get the fancy X yet. You're just down.
So-
You're unconscious.
so that's
yeah,
that
you guys
creature's turn.
you guys see this second lava-looking salamander run up after the first one running up and spitting fire on Xander. The second one has run up with its scimitar and just slashed Morgan twice, and she is dropped in front of all of you.
No.
And that'll be its turn.
my fresh friend. Why?
My fresh friend.
That's too far.
Oh yeah, you got old friends, you got new friends, and fresh friends.
So this other
Single
one is
series
actually
friends.
gonna. This last one, just to see how far I can push this situation here. It's gonna run up to Zod. Yeah, there we go. He's gonna run right up to you, Zod, standing right there. Right there. And he is gonna try to slash you with his scimitar twice. Does a 21 hit? Wow, I'm really good.
Come on.
If a 21 hits, that is 7 slashing damage.
Down falls Zod.
Peace out, Girl
Oh.
Scout.
Mm.
So since it has a second attack, it's with
Mhm.
advantage since you're down.
So I got to roll again. Oof.
Snap my two tails.
Wow, that's an 8. That second roll did not help me out at all.
Ooh. We miss.
All right, that'll be that's my turn. So that'll bring us back to
Maggie.
that's top of the round.
All right.
Actually, at the
Okay.
bottom of the round, as all of this chaos is going on, Morgan's gone down. Behind you, you can see popping out of the tent. You see this little dwarf leg pop out with strapping armor. I'll be right there. I'll be right there. Hold on, just a minute. And back to the top of the round.
Okie dokie. Artichoke. So, Maggie's kind of watching all this unfold. She sees the red salamander looking things. She doesn't like the color red already. So, she's like mad about it. Let's see. Can I? Yeah, I should be able to like sneak over here to be behind
you were
this,
already
this lad.
stealth. Sam, how would that work?
Huh?
Yeah.
How does the rules on stealth work? If she's already like hidden,
She's unnoticed for the time being, so
If she were to move over behind the salamander, how would you do that as a DM? I want a second opinion on this.
I would say since it's already engaged with Xander and paying attention to him, it would be distracted, allowing her sneak attack.
Okay, that was what I was thinking myself. So perfect.
Okay. So I can move here
Yes.
and be sneaky.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, your old roll would carry over until you attack or take
Okay.
another action.
Sweet. Sweet. Yeah. Sorry, I've never played Rogue, so I'm like, I don't know what's sneaky and what's not.
No, you're doing great.
Okay, so I'm gonna sneak behind this little lad.
I think
And what?
I was saying you could also trigger your sneak attack just by having an adjacent ally with.
Yeah, if you wanted to like shoot a crossbow or throw a dagger,
Yeah, you don't.
that would also work.
Unless you have,
Okay.
unless your weapons are all just up close and stabby.
No, just got 2 daggers. Obviously my daggers are very like small, but
There you go.
you gotta do what you gotta do. So I'm gonna come up behind him, and then I have 2 daggers, so I'll try and give him a little stab. Not solid, not good.
That's a solid 9. It's not gonna hit. A 16 will hit though.
Okay,
Do you get 2 attacks?
I have 2 daggers.
Do you get a does it say in your bonus actions, do you get 2 attacks or no?
I don't know.
Well-
You let me do it in the session 0, so I thought we were just continuing on.
Everyone gets 2-weapon fighting, but it's whether or not you add your proficiency bonus to it.
Which you
Or your
probably
Because there's a fighter thing as well for 2-weapon fighting.
yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't she get advantage on what is it? Attack rolls if she stealth?
Yeah, she'll get advantage on. She doesn't add her dexterity bonus to the damage on the offhand weapon as the bonus attack. But yeah.
Well, if she had advantage, then
The
She-
16 would have been the first hit.
Yeah. This,
Okay.
Okay. And then how do I do damage on that?
You should be able to.
Yeah,
roll-
you just click the dagger.
click the
Okay.
dagger, and then it'll bring up. It should bring up all the damage.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just didn't know if D&D Beyond was different.
You do it on Roll20 in chat.
No, that's not. No.
12 damage.
Oh yeah. There it is. I'm sorry. I just saw the bottom number. I was like, total damage. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
So
'cause I
yeah,
get my
12
sneak.
damage. Okay, wow. So yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
come up behind this first one and gank it right in the back, and you can see you take a good bit of. I mean, you hurt this thing pretty bad, but it's still up and going.
We love to see it. Okay.
What the hell? Oh, my email's showing up on my fucking Twitch.
Are you going to utilize your offhand attack for
Yeah.
a second one? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and make a second attack. This one will be without advantage, correct?
Yeah.
Yep. 12 is.
bless you.
Mhm.
Thank you, Mike.
Why do I not have these sheets right out in front of me? Because I'm just using the roll 20 of the D&D Beyond shit.
Guys, if we TPK from silly little lizards,
A 12 is not going to hit.
Okay.
First level's dangerous, my friend.
That's right.
I'm aware.
Got my ass
Mm.
kicked multiple times by a few
This would be
kobolds and a couple
teleported.
bullywogs.
Bullywogs.
I'm killing y'all with fire newts this time.
Yeah, man. Fire Newt's got us.
No, it's the dank scimitars.
All right, Maggie, would you like to do anything else?
1d8.
No.
All right.
Mm-mm. I'm good.
So that'll bring us to Zod.
All right, death saving throw coming up.
So excited.
Oh,
Right.
This is horrible. Yeah, it's a death save. You're down.
Nice.
12 that
Pass.
passes.
Well,
Woo!
So yeah, you're still breathing over there, bleeding out, but breathing.
All right.
Success.
Thank you. Done.
All right, that's
Thank you.
Alana's turn.
She's gonna grip and rip a hand crossbow attack.
Okay, at
Just
who are you shooting at?
This one. Hold on.
Okay,
Just 14 hit.
14 will hit.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
What are you doing that pain?
7, 10 damage, and then a bonus action hand crossbow. Just 12.
12 does not hit.
Okay.
12 is not enough.
Alana's gonna move.
Okay.
Oh.
Um.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. Morgan, make a death saving throw for me, please.
Oh, my rolls have been going so well.
Positive juju.
Oh, that's a fail.
No.
Xander, you noticed that that there's a lot of blood coming out of Morgan right now.
Mm.
That is not a good looking situation. Which will bring us to you, Xander. It is your turn.
Okay. All right, so I'm hurt pretty bad, so I'm gonna disengage and move right here. Respectfully.
Wow.
That's the end of my turn.
Wow.
I hope you guys know what I'm trying to do here.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Stay alive? Yeah, good move. Good idea.
Yeah, it's it. It's another thing. Hopefully this plays out the way I want it to.
All right, Darius, it's your turn.
I'm going to run 30 feet into the middle here. Shout out to me, you slimy fucks, and cast. Yeah. A ray of frost at the one over Zod.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's a 15 to hit.
Nice.
That will hit, yes.
It's 5 points of cold damage, and his movement is reduced by 10 feet.
Nice.
Okay. So
That's
yeah,
where
you
I'm
see this thing get hit with it, and it's still looking very healthy. No one is that was the first blow that this thing has taken.
Yeah. A brief burst of ice encapsulates him briefly, sticking to the joints to get his attention. That's my turn.
So he's hampered on his movement by 10 feet?
Yep.
Okay. That's your turn?
Yep.
All right. So we're going to start at the top here. This one here is going to... Maggie, you didn't do anything to try to hide after your little stabby little trick going on there. So this thing is going to turn around and slash at you twice. Does a 9 hit for the first one?
No.
Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
That is 5 slashing damage.
Okay.
And it is going to move. It's just going to move 5 feet here. Try to get in between you and the rest of the party. Look at what that one does. This one is gonna. It's already on that. 10 feet. This thing is gonna move here, away from down Morgan. This thing is gonna spit fire at you. It's gonna do the same. Yeah, it's gonna do the same thing the other one did. It's gonna move up and just hawk this fireball spit loogie thing at you, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please. DC is 11.
Ooh, nice.
So you take 4 points of fire damage.
Ouch.
As you're able to get out of the way of some of it, but some of it splashes on you and burns you.
Uh-huh.
And that'll be that one's turn. These things aren't necessarily built for that, so we're gonna go. I know we got 30. They got 30 feet. 30 feet. So this one's gonna move away from the down Zod 10 feet towards you, or 20 feet towards you. It loses 10 feet, and it's gonna do the same thing. Because that one didn't do it. Yeah, that one, yeah. He's going to do the same thing. He's going to hawk up another fire loogie at you. So make another dexterity saving throw for me, please.
18.
That is 3 points of fire damage. It was 6 divided by, it's cut in half.
So I have 3 hit points.
Cool.
However, instead of going down, I will utilize my relentless endurance and drop to 1 hit point instead to survive.
Okay. We like that.
Uh-huh.
All right. That was all of their turns. Bottom of the round. At this point, now you see this dwarf erupt out of the tent, looking armor half hanging on, half off, holding her battle axe. You don't want to do this! And as she comes out and says that the battle axe, you can see that that gleam off of the fire. And the 3 fire newts at this point start, you can see that they're all visibly spooked.
Ooh.
And their attention is no longer on you, but now on the dwarf in the center of the room.
Ooh.
And that'll bring us to the top of the round with Maggie. What would you like to do?
Maggie's also going to be a bit mesmerized by the dwarf warrior that is like coming out with this giant weapon. She's like, man, insane. Like, you know, just like, wow, this is insane. But she's going to also still see the red thing in front of her. Dislikes the color red. Gonna go attack him.
Okay.
Give him a little stamp. The 24 hit.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
No, that's gonna miss. That is absolutely gonna miss this time. Yeah, it is.
And then it'll just be 8 damage.
God, how are you guys all rolling so great?
Wow,
I have help. I have a lot of help on my rolls.
All right. So yeah, this thing is looking pretty bad, but it is still up.
All
You
right.
can see that it's with one hand trying to hold wounds closed together, but still bleeding.
And then I use my second weapon as a bonus action? Question mark.
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
offhand attack.
Okay. I'm gonna also do that. Did I do a snake? There we go. I'm assuming that hits. So it'll be another 7 damage.
Okay. Yeah, seven damage. Okay. Yeah, you're able to bring that. You can go ahead and describe your first kill. It's on you.
Okay. Perfect. I was hoping I would kill one. So, Maggie is stabbing him. First, she kind of, the first of her fatal blows slashed the back tendon of his ankle so that he would kind of have to bend down to her level. And she's going to grab him.
We're gonna get gross.
And she's going to grab him and look at him and say, only that he can hear, you remind me too much of her. And she's going to slice his, scoop his neck's out. He's bleeding to death.
Savage.
Wow.
Love it.
I scarred you in session 0. Jesus.
I like storytelling.
Christ on a bike. That's all I can say right there is just Christ on a bike.
That's what happens when you make people cry.
I didn't cry, but I
Dungeon
definitely
Master.
really loved my backstory. It's a lot to work with.
I tried to make it a little intense for everybody. Yeah, I might have gotten a little too intense with some of them. But, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, that one's down. Is that your turn?
Yep.
All right. That'll bring us to Zod. Go ahead and make
Yeah,
another
saving
death save.
throw.
Go ahead and make another death save for me there, homie.
No.
Yes, sir. Fail.
No.
Ooh,
Oh.
so that's 1 and 1. 1
1.
and 1. We're having some fun on the battle mat. Anybody that thinks I was going to go somewhere else with that, sorry, you're wrong.
That is the end of him. There's turn, at least this turn.
All right. That guy's dead. I can skip his turn. Alana, it is your turn.
I was gonna yell to the dwarf about fucking time, and
Yeah.
and then take a hand crossbow attack to this one.
Okay.
Has this one been touched? Oh yeah.
They've all been hit at this point. Some more than others, but yes.
For 6 for the first attack, and then bonus action attack.
That's going to hit, and that's going to do some damage. All right. Wow.
So 12 damage.
Yeah, this is going to make it real easy for me to keep track of. Just keep looking at the doubles. All right.
Oh right.
It was the same roll and same damage on both rolls. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, so you hit this thing twice. It is not looking healthy at all. In fact, it looks like it's starting to wobble a little bit as it's standing there, but it is still upright.
Oh my gosh. And so as far as Maggie, there's the tooth fairy, and I think Maggie's now the throat fairy. Her sliced throats. Anyway, that's my
No one
turn.
heard that really dark comment that she made. Oh my god! I think I scarred Maggie in her session 0.
Maggie's got a lot going on.
Yep, I created some baggage.
All right, death save time for me.
If Alana, if that was your turn, then yes, it would be a death save for Morgan, number 2.
Ah, success.
All right, and she's for those of you that would notice, she's still bleeding, but not quite as pronounced as it was before. She looks to be stable a little bit. Yeah. Xander, it's your
Yes, sir.
turn, sir.
All right. So I'm gonna aim with my longbow to the one that's closest to me. Well, the one that's like 2 squares away from Morgan.
Okay.
So, let me go to my actions here. Okay, something else.
An 18's gonna hit, sir.
All right.
So you can go ahead and describe your first kill. Or is that, no, is that your second? That's your second kill.
Number 2.
Yep, go ahead and describe your kill, man.
One shot straight to the heart. Wherever the heart is.
Yeah, you punch it where you would
It's in
think
his
a
left
normal
palm
salamander's
this time.
heart would be, and yeah, that arrow buries deep, and you can see it punch out the backside.
Oh,
And as
I'm gonna
it's
go
standing
reclaim
there,
that
it
arrow.
falls to its knees and just falls to the ground, lifeless.
All right, and that's my turn.
All right, that'll bring us to Darius.
As I'm walking beyond this thing's combat range, I'm going to shout to it, "Leave us be, or this gets very ugly." And I'm going to make my way...
So it's not already ugly? 2 of your party down? 3 of
my
them
way
down? I mean,
around...
this is a pretty sight to you? What the hell is
Yeah.
ugly?
Oh, he'll find out.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to make my way outside of his combat range over to Zod, and I'd like to use my action to potentially make a medicine check to stabilize him.
Okay,
Ooh.
go ahead and make a medicine check then.
10.
Ooh, thank you.
I'm gonna go with the death save rules. You're able to, you're able to keep him from dying. He doesn't need to make death saves anymore, but he's definitely not conscious.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's fine. Appreciate that. So
I'm gonna roll that the way a death save would work, right? 10 and
Yeah.
higher would be you pass.
Yep.
You're able to keep him from dying, but he's definitely not. You're not making him any better.
I'll just take out pages of spare parchment that I have and just stuffing it into the wound,
Bug mode.
staunching the bleeding.
Hey, that's pretty intense for coming from a wizard.
You know, we do what we have to. And with my free action, with what I said to the thing, can I make an intimidation check as well?
Sure.
Yeah. I have proficiency.
Nice.
18.
So, as far as you can, I mean, this thing was already looking. They were already looking a little spooked when the dwarf came out with the shiny battle axe. It doesn't. What you're doing doesn't seem to to be helping. If you're trying to scare this thing, definitely looks a little scary.
I'm just trying to keep it away from me and Zod. All right, that's my turn.
All right. That'll bring us to this guy's turn, who is in turn going to spend his time boogieing. I only get 20 feet. And he's making his way. Doesn't have any ranged attacks. He is the thing's boogieing. So Maggie, it's your turn.
Okay. Well, she's gonna notice the lad.
I
going out of
should have
town.
gone to the bottom of the round. Ellingthrough comes out at this point and begins making moves up to Morgan and starts administering first aid and using a medicine kit. I'm going to say that she's been around and seen enough of this long enough to be able to staunch the wounds and keep you from dying without making a roll.
Huh. Thank you.
And so now Maggie, it's your turn.
Okay. She's gonna still be like, hovering around the thing that she just killed. And she'll notice out of the peripheral vision the other guy just like dipping out. She doesn't seem to care too much. She focuses back on the little salamander thing, and she cuts out one of his teeth.
God damn. Just gonna get dark right here. Using my action, I'm just plucking out a tooth.
Tooth fairy and throat fairy.
Oh Lord.
Question mark: do they have scales or no?
Yeah.
No, they
Okay.
are no. They're like imagine like a newt. Imagine just a newt that walks on its back legs and has armor.
Okay, that's what I thought. I didn't think they had scales, but
No,
Let's
it's
see.
literally like a giant humanoid newt. They don't have scales. It's like that weird
she's just gonna
reptile
take the
skin.
tooth then.
I think they have little claws though.
No, she just wants the tooth.
Jesus, now we're just getting dark. Okay. Zod, you've been stabilized.
I'm just chilling out, appreciating not dying. I'm done.
Amen.
All right, that thing is dead. Alana, would you like to do anything in this last round of combat here?
Yeah,
Unless
we're gonna
you-
shoot this motherfucker.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna shoot the fucker. No, you're not.
9.
Ooh.
Bonus
you're not.
action.
You're gonna shoot at the fucker. You're not gonna shoot the fucker.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, that'll hit.
7 damage.
All right. I mean, it's still up. It really wasn't too hurt to begin with. I think the only thing that hit it was the ray of frost. So
Sure thing.
yeah, you definitely caught him in the backside while he's moving, but he's still up and going.
All right, well, I do what I can. That's
All
my
right.
turn.
Morgan, you're stabilized, so you don't need to make any more death throws. Xander.
Fuck him up.
I'm moving 30 feet up. I will adjust that, but I'm gonna go ahead and try and shoot the thing in its back.
Okay. That is going to hit.
Okay.
Leave no trace, no spiders.
Okay.
Seriously.
Yeah, that arrow comes in and lands, and you can see it punches hard. This salamander, as it's running, you can see it stagger a little bit from the impact of the bow. But it's still going.
Oh,
Oh,
Damn it.
Darius, that's all you, boo.
Is that your turn, Xander?
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. Darius.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up Zod and drag him back towards the party. Good 15 feet or so. Get him off the woodlands there and back towards the group.
No, that thing is not going to escape.
All right, well, I'll allow you guys to move your tokens there.
Well,
That's all you're
I
gonna do.
use my action to dash and continue to do so, so he's more clustered with us. Yeah,
Okay.
get him out of harm's way, so to speak.
beautiful.
And yeah, that's what I'm doing.
All right. So this thing is going to use its action, and it's going to dash, and it's gone. It's off the map. And that'll be its turn. And at this point, Ellingthra has, we're going to say, administered enough first aid to Morgan to bring her back to 1 hit point. She and Ellingthra also looks visibly distressed. Like, these fire newts, these things should not have, these should not be here. Not now. Bring over the other one. I'll do what I can to help him. Thank you for defending the camp. I'm sorry I wasn't prepared.
It's all right. We did what we could. He's breathing, but he's still in pretty bad shape.
Bring him over here. I'll administer what healing I can for the 2 of them. I'll do that, and I'll get some sort of meal ready. If you can go ahead and clear out the dead. After that, which we should probably get moving. Sun will be up in about an hour. Between the food and you cleaning up and us getting all of our gear together, we should be on the road in about a couple of hours.
All right.
So, 1 hit point?
Yes, Morgan and Zod, you have 1 hit point.
Amazing. Looking around to anyone else fall, like I fell right away. So everyone's accounted for, I guess. I can see who's really hurt if we're walking. Xander's hurt. Morgan's
Darius is super fucked.
Super fucked too.
Yeah, but still up.
All right.
I look halfway all right.
Zod puts his hand on Darius' shoulder and thanks him, and he'll snap off 3 points of healing into him.
What was that?
I healed you for 3.
Oh. I appreciate it, Todd. It's been a while since I've had such a long night as this. Tell you what.
Been spending a lot of time on my back lately. I gotta get better at this. I once did this for a living. This is terrible.
Well, they were tougher than we expected. And
You were sleeping for 7 years.
True. True. A little rusty.
I'm glad I could do what I could to help.
Thanks all. Glad we all made it through.
Maggie is going to chime in once he says, like, it's been a while since I had a night like this. She's going to be like, still doing her thing with this little dude. Like, yeah, it's been 7 years exact for me. And then also while I'm here, I'm gonna try and like loot this dude, see if he has like anything on him that is good to have.
Well, one,
So
you get
roll-
I'm gonna say you get a fire newt. Don't know if I guess they have really small teeth. I guess.
Yeah.
Fire newt thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have.
I want a tooth.
it's not like newts have really big teeth, but I guess they do have to break down. There's a small tooth in there. You also get a scimitar. And it has 8 silver pieces on it. At
Okay.
least the one that you were carving up before, anyway.
Yeah.
Alana wants to check the leader.
The leader has a tattered cloak. It has a mace. It has a beaded necklace that doesn't look to be anything more than just a couple of beads on a necklace, and has 9 silver pieces in a pouch.
You do. Anybody need a mace?
No, but Alana, you pulled something else that was like a trinket of sorts.
Beaded necklace?
Mind if I take a look at that for a little bit?
Sure thing.
Looking it over, do I get the sense that it's magical in any sense?
No, it is just like your generic beaded necklace.
Any inscription or carving on the beads themselves?
No, it's literally just a beaded necklace.
What color is it?
Brown leather, brown and white beads.
Huh.
Kind of odd for frog people.
What?
What?
I said, I'm sorry. Kind of odd trinkets for salamander people.
Alana takes it back and she's gonna keep it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was just curious if it had any additional properties to it.
No, just a beaded, just a plain old beaded necklace.
I'll hand it back over.
No shapes, no nothing.
What was that?
I was joking around. I said no shapes, no nothing.
No, I mean
Disappointing.
they look like they're sort of like they're
Yeah.
polished down and maybe sanded down a little bit, but it doesn't look. There's nothing significant or special about it.
No visions of wolves.
No, I put so many Easter eggs in everything. You guys are you're not gonna get spoiled with this one, guys.
She's cooking. This lady's like, I didn't get to kill anything, so I'm gonna make us breakfast.
Yeah, I mean, as you guys are going through the dead, she's tending to you, Zod, and Morgan, administering first aid, giving you a little bit of health. You each get 3 hit points.
Oh, well, I'll take it. Yeah, no.
And as she finishes up, you can see her starting to finish strapping up her armor. And like I said, she expects you guys to clean up the dead out of camp while she makes breakfast or a little bit of food, and you can see Nayland coming out and beginning to start breaking down the tent and getting the gear ready to go.
So, like, take about like an hour till we roll out. And if Zod just lays motionless, can he short rest this thing?
Yeah, can we do it for rest?
Yeah, I would say you guys would have about an hour.
Perfect.
I'll help with the bodies real quick. I'll loot the
Each of the fire newts with the scimitars had the same thing: a scimitar and 8 silver pieces.
Hmm.
So whoever went through those, you guys can distribute as you wish. There's 2 scimitars, a mace, 9 silver pieces from each fire newt, and from the boss there was 9 silver pieces, the beaded necklace, and the mace. Distribute as you wish.
Alana's gonna go over to Elanthre and say, I don't think the King of the Starbreeze family would appreciate how off guard you were with
Terrible.
his prized possession.
Probably not with the defense of that one, my dear. I
She
can
walks
assure you
away
that is
while
right,
she
but
walks
I
away.
can
She just walks
guarantee
away.
that Nayland was always going to be safe.
He just walks away and doesn't even listen to her.
Just love it.
Okay.
Right.
Do you guys want to split this 18 silver evenly? Or
It's 27 silver. Yeah, let's do it like that.
No.
too bad.
Maggie's looted her dude and is not giving up her silver.
Okay. 18 silver evenly then.
Fair enough. Amongst 5, yeah.
That's not even at all.
You guys can do the math on that. That's on y'all.
Oh no, man. Why are we even counting silver?
Yeah. For the
Sucks.
sport. For the sport of it.
Who's the poorest? How about that?
For the sport.
If you take it, you just prove you're broke.
All right.
So
So we're gonna go ahead and wind this up here for today. Already running at we're at 10 minutes to 5.
Yep.
About a 4-hour session we got in there after everything was said and done. We're gonna leave it right here. You guys
Okay.
cleaning up the camp. Ellingthra having just administered a little bit of first aid to the two of you. Making breakfast, breaking down the camp. We're gonna leave it right here, and we're gonna pick it up next Sunday at 12 p.m.
Perfect. I rolled a 1 for my hit dice, so 3 hit points, and then amazing session. Great meeting you all.
Yeah, great job, you guys.
I hope you guys enjoyed and had yourselves a good time. I'm really
Absolutely.
looking forward to seeing where this group goes in the future, or at least the next couple of sessions. Anyway, this is gonna get real choice.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. This was pretty fun.
Absolutely.
A real nail biter.
It was good. It was good meeting you guys.
I beat you guys up in session 0 and in session 1. Yes.
Yeah.
It's never gonna happen again. I'm really gonna revel in this while you guys are still low level.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Stay safe. Stay warm.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Take it easy.
Peace.
Have a great week, guys. Have a great Sunday night. Enjoy your football games. And see y'all on Sunday or in the chat where we can.
And Chris, are you keeping the room open?
I'm gonna close it for a minute, and then I'll reopen it in a couple.
I'll sign back in like 40 minutes or so.
All right.
Take it easy.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
have a good one.
All right, y'all.
See y'all next week. See you in the chat. That was awesome. Session 1 of the Chaos Order. Fuck yeah.
Bye.
Seriously, though? What the fuck just happened here?
What did you do?
I was putting these away. I was stretching my legs. And it just went.
All right. That was that. That should have ended like an hour ago. Motherfuckers. But we didn't start until late. Everybody seemed like they were having a good time. I think I got a good group.
I'm so loud.
I am loud. I am loud and I am obnoxious as fuck.
Yes.
Alright, you want to do it? Yeah, I know you want to do it. I know you want to do it.
You want to do it. Tell me.
You want to do it. You want me to do it to you. Do it slide it in. Nice. I can feel you pulsing when I do it.
What's that?
Yeah, I know I don't do it like your great boys do, but.
It was only once.
Uh-huh.
That's a lot
And
of
you've seen the
work.
guy since? Any of them since?
No, it's a lot of
Whatever.
work, and it was a little painful for me.
I'm gonna need cigarettes. I gotta put on. So you wanna put on a pair of pants? Oh, I'm wearing the sweatpants. Fuck. I gotta put on the pants and give you the sweatpants. You can wear those.
Now I'll feel very awkward.
Walking in the giant?
I would feel really weird.
I gotta go down the giant for a minute.
Do you need me to
I
go?
want a creative buzz right now.
What kind of a buzz?
Like when you, dude, I wrote that shit out and I fucked it up a little bit and left out some stuff, but it was like, dude, everybody seemed to be having a good time. Everybody was joking. Everybody vibed with each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like, fuck yeah. I was like, oh, look at me. I got a good group. I got a really good group.
Oh, I mean.
That all seems enthusiastic.